We're live.
What it do? What it do? What it do? How's everything going?
Man,
It's
six. It must be nice that you're not here because honestly,
yes.
it's a lot going on. But go ahead, get into your topics
It
today.
it is. It is. Let me start off by saying it is nice that I'm not there, except for on Fridays and
Mm-hmm.
apparently Saturdays. What I'm learning is it don't matter who you is on a Friday or Saturday here in Atlanta. It belongs to the tourist or the tourist or the people, not me, because I have yet to be able to get good service on a Friday night, on a Saturday night here in Atlanta, and it got me feeling like maybe because I live here, I just shouldn't go out anymore on the weekends, Jezabel.
Why you say that? Hold on. Why you say that? A lot of people that live there don't really like be enthusiastic about what's going on in the city.
Yeah, I mean, really, I get it because first of all, I went to this restaurant. I kind of gave them a bad review online, and they deserve it rightfully. I don't care how popping a restaurant is or how big you're supposed to be. If you got a person waiting an hour and all of my drinks are gone, the waitress has not been back over there. That's not a high standard restaurant. The best restaurant I went to was the Frost restaurant. That is Rashida and Kirk Frost restaurant. But I went to
Mm.
this Blue Seafood House restaurant, and I'm expecting to have a really good time. You know, the drinks were great. They got a little Wet Willie style. You ever been to Wet Willie's?
Yeah, I've been to Wet Willie's in
Man, they got
Miami.
that is like one of the best places. Even if you're a non-drinker, that is like one of the best places to grab a Slurpee, and it has adult alcoholics in them, and they have all these different names. And I knew that this was going to come back on me today. I got to tell y'all. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all. If you in town and you got no time, like not more than 4 hours to waste, don't go to Blue Seafood on the weekend. And apparently, let's address this fat shaming thing that I've been
Okay,
accused
yeah,
of
because
this
I
week.
logged on to Facebook and I don't be on there. I logged
Yes.
on to Facebook and all I see is it wrong? Something about calling people fat that are fat or something. It's something along those lines I read. And then it was like 50 comments and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna
See,
wait till after the show and go back and read what you're saying because
see,
are you saying is it wrong to call
you're not
people fat
fair.
that are fat?
See, that's not fair. See, that's not fair. See, because you did what everybody did on Facebook. They skimmed through what I said and then took it. A lot of people, a lot of people made it gender. Like I said, women, and like or men. Like I didn't even depict that, right? But
Hmm.
because, well, first of all, let's pull up the post and clarify in full context what I said, because I believe that it was taken out of context, and then I will go into furthermore what I said. Okay, so I
Okay.
said that. Hold on, let me see. I had the post here. Uh, Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I feel so unprepared. I feel so unprepared. But it's Tony's fault. We're gonna blame Tony for this because I promise you guys, I didn't say it like this. I was saying it in a good way, but I was pretty much saying that how is it that you're ashamed? How is it that you could be called for fat shaming when you know that you're fat? If you know that you're fat, what is there to be ashamed of?
If you know
Okay.
that you're fat, what is there to be ashamed of?
Yes, where's the shame? And if you know that you're fat, and if it's such a shame to be fat, why are so many people fat?
Mm.
Now, honestly, it's a self love post. It is a self love and self empowerment post. If you really take it down, it says, listen to it. I says, I have a question. That already says I'm out here for the voice. I gotta get this for the voice. Then it
Mm-hmm.
says, If it's body shaming to call someone fat or acknowledge that they are fat,
Mm-hmm.
which is another question,
Mm-hmm.
why are so many people fat? Where's the shame? Now, I mean, listen,
Hold
guys.
on. Let's stop right there. Don't try to skate over that.
Let's.
Repeat that last part again.
I said
Why are
it's
people fat?
yes. There are so many fat people. Where's the shame? Now, a lot of people told me that because I'm not fat anymore, I can't make these comments. I had some guys even try to argue me down that I was insensitive to females when I never even not once said females.
Yeah, you just was. It was not gender specific. Noticed that part, but I mean that's still wrong though. Six. Like, how do you? How can you say like if there's so many fat people? Where's the shame?
Yes, where's the shame? Listen, look. Put it like this. Put it like this. Shame is something, in my opinion, and you can help me out right here, Jezabel, because this is what we do. We here to help each other, right? We family,
Yeah.
guys. We family. I need y'all to tune in. So if something is shameful to me, that means that it's on me. That means that it's personal within me. I feel ashamed. The
Mm-hmm.
saying people used to say to me when I used to do things that I knew I had no business doing, they would come to me and say, "You should be ashamed of yourself. You know, if
Right.
your mother or father was around, you wouldn't be doing that." Now,
Mm-hmm.
my cynical self, I never felt shame not one time. I felt like this is a good thing to do here. This is something going to be fun. I never felt ashamed. So when the
Mm-hmm.
person was telling me you should be ashamed of yourself, and I never felt that, there was no shame on me. So when I hear when I hear people say they were shamed, I automatically say to myself, how are you ashamed? What are you ashamed of? Now, some people may like to the fact that it could be a health issue as to why they're big and can't lose weight, right?
Uh-huh.
Then my response to that is, if you know you have a health issue that makes you not lose weight,
Mm-hmm.
what are you ashamed of?
Mm.
Like, you have nothing to be ashamed of. You are who you are. I mean, look, people make fun of me for having red hair. And it would be on me to say I'm ashamed of having red hair now. Let me go dye back black. Or be up in my own room crying and complaining about it because no one likes my red hair. I mean, what are we doing, people? Have we really got to the point in life where our self acknowledgement is not as big as other people's own eyes? We're asking people nowadays to deceive their eyes, Jezebel.
I know it's sad, but I mean it's a sensitive time right now, and your comment is kind of like insensitive, I guess, to
Yeah.
people.
What's crazy is, right, it may be insensitive,
Mm-hmm.
right? It may be insensitive, but we're actually in the most insensitive time that we're ever going to see in this world. And honestly, the people that handle the insensitivity and grow from it are going to be the leaders of the new school. I mean, everyone that's folded right now, crumbling under
Mm-hmm.
pressure, and talk about they can't handle these things and blah blah blah. The words hurting, blah blah blah. Emotion. I mean, come on. They're not sustaining. They're not holding the positions of leadership, of power. They never have. And let's just be real. Everyone right now is asking themselves, am I a leader or a follower? Am I a mouse or a man? You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, what are we asking ourselves nowadays? I'm sorry, but if y'all want to sit up here and act like we not in a position at a point where we got to start asking ourselves the real questions. I mean, listen, sometimes the DMV we got to ask ourselves like, am I a Bama? Am I a loser? You know what I'm saying? Like,
But
am I?
who determines
Nah,
what you are?
that's why I said we have to ask. We have to start asking ourselves these questions. You know what I'm saying? We can't just wake up
Mm-hmm.
every morning and be like, New day. I'm ready to start.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we got to ask ourselves the real questions. Am I winning today? Am I doing everything possible to be my best version of myself? Am I truly
Mm-hmm.
happy with who I am? If I'm truly happy with who I am, can you really shame me? Can you hurt my feelings by acknowledging who I am? I mean, there was a time when I was broke, you know what I'm saying? And like, I mean, flat ass broke, like flat ass broke, wearing the same shoes for like 5 or 6 years, broke, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, no one ever looked at me and was like, "Hey, you're rich. Hey, you got it all. Hey, you're
Mm-hmm.
successful. Hey, you've made it." You know what I'm saying? Like, it was the people that acknowledged, "Yo, you really need to get you some new shoes, bro." Until I started saying, "Damn, like,
People said that.
hell yeah,
Whose
real
business is
friends,
it if you need to get new shoes? That's the thing. Is
real
letting.
friends. It's real friends, Jezabel.
But what was wrong with your shoes?
They was fucked up.
Like they was leaning over to the side, fucked up, holes in
Yep,
them, fucked up, or they was just
they was.
outdated, fucked up.
Nah, they was done. They was done.
Oh,
Like like
okay.
like they was done. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason I was wearing them is because part of it was laziness. And like I said, guys, I was broke. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like there was a point in my life where I was so goddamn broke that if I didn't get for anybody's debit card, I was gonna be not eating that day. You know, there
Mm-hmm.
was there was times when nigga was so goddamn broke, living in goddamn places with rats and roaches and all types of shit. They eating more than you eating that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah.
understand these things because psychologically you go through shit. But
Mm-hmm.
honestly, it wasn't until I started making some self assessments. Am I doing everything? Like, why am I sit in my room in the shame. I'm afraid to tell people how I really feel. I'm afraid to be
Mm-hmm.
me. And then 9 times out of 10, I'm missing out on everything under the
Yep.
sun, all because I'm
Mm-hmm.
ashamed. I'm like, it was crazy because I used to want to drive, really. I used to want to drive like crazy, right? And my mom and my father taught my twin brother how to drive. Never got around to teaching me. So when it was like, oh yeah, driving time, like my friends had to start teaching me how to drive. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
honestly, you know what made my friend teach me how to drive? I wasn't ashamed to say, nobody ever taught me how to drive. He said,
Mm.
"What? You're 20 years old and you don't know how to drive?" He went and,
That would have
he
been
went
my
out
reaction.
he went out and bought a little bucket, a little Tercel 2-door joint, little egg car. You know, he said, "Practice with this. This is my friend." Now, of course, I learned how to drive eventually using that little egg with no seats, and you know, but now I can drive. But because I
Mhm.
wasn't ashamed to speak up. Now, if I wasn't ashamed of not knowing how to drive, then I wouldn't have never needed him to teach me how to drive, or never even would have cared. I'd have just been doing me, walking every day. Because I know a lot of people who still catch the bus at 40.
So, do you think so? Basically, what you're saying is Lizzo is ashamed of being fat.
So the thing about it is, I don't think Lizzo is ashamed of being fat. I think she
Mhm.
realizes the insecurities of the world, and it's her idea, and it's her agenda is to play on that,
Mhm.
right? I don't think Lizzo is ashamed of being fat. Listen, my
Do you
little
think it
brother was
hurts her that even though
no,
she's like fully confident, people still
no,
find her disgusting?
no, because honestly, I like, and it's hilarious how you said that. But honestly, no.
I'm just
It's
saying that's.
it's no way that someone that confident in their skin and confident showing it off is ashamed of anything. But the idea is this: Lizzo is not just the speaker of the proud big women. She's also the speaker of the big women that are not comfortable too, because she's the biggest popular big person right now. So I mean, look, I'm Queen Latifah has songs pretty much about like women empowerment and like being a big girl, still looking for love, still wanting unity and shit like that. But at the end of the day, Missy Elliott got songs like that too, But you ain't never
Mhm.
seen them out with their asses out like the skinny girls. You ain't never seen Missy with a Nicki Minaj or a Lil Kim pose.
Well,
You,
they're
you,
gay.
well, even if they not. You still haven't never seen it. You never seen that, like, and it's not about. It's not about. It's not like this music is not about
And when I said gay, I didn't mean like lesbian gay. I mean like they're like tomboyish. So
Frozen. Am I
yeah,
frozen?
I was just saying that they're Missy Elliott and whoever you just said, they're tomboyish, Queen Latifah. So that's why you probably didn't see them in those type of arrays. And then they they probably feared being ridiculed by society itself. But both of them are doms, aren't they?
I mean, you know me. I don't really be knowing people's preferences like that unless they come out and be showing me. Like I did. I just found out the Brett was gay by watching Growing Up Hip Hop.
The Brat.
Yeah.
I mean, that's always been a thing, but she did that one song where she was on the beach in a bikini and she was hot.
Yes.
Like, I mean, she was fine as fuck. So,
Yeah.
uh,
But
but she's
like,
also
like
tomboyish.
I think in this industry you have to play to the role in which you're given. You know what I'm saying? So I think that the fat shaming is Lizzo speaking up to for all the other big women who feel shamed that they can't take off their clothes like Lizzo. You know, because honestly, let's just say for instance that it's not. Let's just put everything in perspective. Confidence comes with your financial situation.
So you
So,
think Lizzo is happy with her size?
well, no, she's trying to lose weight. So that I mean, like she's on record saying that she's trying to lose weight. You know, and
Mm-hmm.
she's doing the proper steps to lose weight. Isn't it ironic? Even Monique, when she was doing her campaign, "Big Girls, Skinny Bitches are Evil." However,
Mm-hmm.
she still did the proper precautions to start losing weight. You know, I don't think that it's any shame in being big. I think that people look at the health issues that come into effect with them later, things like that. I think they look at all other aligning factors besides the
Mm-hmm.
fact that they're big when it comes to being big. You know, I don't personally believe that big people have shame. I think that big people have more so of the lack of confidence to go back, and the society will back them. But you don't see big people that you see big people that really dress their asses off and be flat out fresh, always be fresh as hell, always in the latest gear. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
you can't rock them. You think that somebody could rock Biggie Smalls, who started off a line fat, big, and ugly as ever? That was how he started off one of his songs. You know what I'm saying? So, like, do you really think that his confidence was swayed even when he was on the block as a block boy? It was probably a little bit different when he was trying to holler at girls and they was like, nah, Biggie, nah, chill.
Uh-huh.
But as soon as he got money, that changed that. You see what I'm saying? So the real shame is not having money. And for real, nobody talks about the real shames that really the real people that really get shamed. Because you're not shamed because you're big. You're shamed because of your status. It's always because of your
I'm
status.
sorry. I'm sorry. Curtis, I'm sorry. Did you read Curtis' comment? I'm gonna try to put it up. My mouse died.
She's not taking enough steps. You trying to see
Okay, so
Younger
what
Man in
about
two piece?
so now I guess they're trying to censor the comments even more that they have been censoring the comments. Should we not be allowed to say fat?
I mean, you know what? Like honestly, I said earlier that those courtesy guidelines are set up for women. So you can say whatever you want to a man. You just cannot disrespect women in no shape, form, or fashion. And
Those are
honestly, and honestly, let me tell you what's gonna be crazy, Jezebel. What's gonna happen when a skinny female says she's offended because she's called skinny?
well, I people have been talking about that. Like they shame they skinny shame Coil Ray.
Listen, let me tell you something. It's not just about skinny shame. That if these women was if Cola Roy was or Cola Ray was in the modeling industry, you know, like we gotta understand that if you get talked about based on something of your physical attribute, it's only
Mm-hmm.
based on the field that you're choosing to be in at that point.
Mm.
I mean, like No one's gonna talk about a sumo wrestler and tell him he's too fat.
I mean, that's the industry he's in.
Obviously,
Mm.
you know. I mean, honestly. So people act like. Listen, if you're in an industry that's ran by a bunch of people that's getting flat out, stand fresh, running miles around you, do their own action stunts in movies, things like that, and you're a big actress, you can't say I'm feeling ashamed because they're not making roles to accommodate for me to be the action hero. They're not accommodating roles for me to be a stunt hero. Like what? Nah, we have not invented that yet. And I tell everyone, if you want change, you have to be that change. If you want a fat superhero, you have to create a fat superhero. And there may be already a fat superhero. But usually the fat people are the villains. Kingpin is a villain. He fights Spider-Man.
Yeah.
We don't listen. The crazy part is in 2021, they've asked us to take away your eyes and use your hearts. They want us all walking around here like a bunch of goddamn Care Bears.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I wish everyone was happy. That's what they want
Mm-hmm.
us to be walking around. Just everybody hold up their stomachs and the whole world be happy together and we can all sing. Well, newsflash. Y'all taught us in Disney books to be scared of giants. Y'all taught us to be scared of villains. Like we just living the life that we was told. We was living the
Mm.
life that we was told. So
Yeah.
do I believe like it's a shame how the word I want to end if we can end cultures. I want to end the
Mhm.
cancel. I want to end the shaming culture. I don't
Shaming.
believe in it. Yep. Or the shamed culture, or however it say.
Mm.
I mean, to me, because like I said, if you feel ashamed, then you should be doing everything in your power to change it. And if you feel ashamed, then you're acknowledging that it's wrong. And if you're acknowledging that it's wrong, then you should be wanting to do everything right. And if you can't, in this world, there's too much DIY stuff. That's like YouTube do it yourself stuff right there. There's too much
Mm-hmm.
medical education. That's like Google and asking a friend or going to the doctors and they not afraid to tell you. There's too much information at your fingertips to not get anything that you want to get and to not be doing anything that you want to do on any level. I mean, it's the reason why a lot of you people out there say, "Hey, I'd rather play semi-pro as opposed to go pro," because
Mm-hmm.
you realize I want to keep doing this, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to follow the rules and the guidelines. Because let's just be real. Well, every athlete that says like, "All right, I want to just stay on this level," is saying,
Mm-hmm.
"I want to do everything that the NBA, NFL, or Major League is telling me I can't do.
Mm.
I like this freedom." You know,
Okay.
and that's no different than indie artists who say, "I want to stay indie." They say, "I like this freedom. I like to be able to do whatever I want to do." No one can tell me when, where, how. Well, newsflash.
Mm.
Don't ask to make the money like the people that get told when, where, and how. I mean,
Okay.
it's how it is. And a lot of people too afraid to say that. I told the guy earlier. He said the real problem with you men, right? He tried to attack me, but he said you men. He said the real problem with you men is y'all lack respect and got too much pride. I said, well, y'all want to know what I said? Do y'all really want to know what I said?
What'd you tell him? Are you playing?
I said the real
You-
problem. Nah, I said I said the real problem with the world is y'all men right now have gotten into a real thirsty, thirst trap ass situation. And a lot of the men now, because they've lost that how do you say it? that manliness to like walk up to a woman and say, "Hey, how you doing? Let's go out."
Mhm.
They lost that confidence in themselves to be like, hey, miss, excuse me, what's your name? What they do
Mhm.
now is they resort to saying things that they know is simply not true online, that they think females are going to be able to would be their icebreakers, what we would call the old icebreakers in the club. They say
Okay.
shit like, "Y'all men got too much pride. Y'all need to start treating these women like queens." But then you ask this
Mhm.
nigga, you been single for the last 5 years. We need to start treating women like queens. I've been mines.
Mm.
I'm good. Who the one that really like? Don't say stuff online because you want attention, because you're the one
Mhm.
that's messing up the world. Because you
Mhm.
passed up five big girls, to try to holler at that skinny girl in the club, and I saw you. I saw you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see you.
Mhm.
I see you all up in all the girls' DMs. You in every girl DM, and we see what they look like. It's the ones that's twerking, jerking, and shaking their asses everywhere. So now you up in their
Mhm.
DM. But yet we the problem when we are acknowledging it. We're the, we're the damn we're the trolls. Okay. Well, I tell y'all this. In today's world, we gotta stop. Because guess what I found out this week, Jezebel?
What?
Amber Rose. Yes, Amber Rose
Why
has
are you
relationship
reading my
goals.
mind right now? Are you reading my mind right now? But go ahead,
Yeah,
Amber Rose, because that's
like
what I wanted to get into next. But go ahead.
Amber Rose has relationship goals. Who knew? Now, I'm not gonna sit up here and say that she should not she shouldn't be able to find love, but
Okay,
yo,
male
this the
perspective.
15th guy. This the 15th try, and I
I
ain't known you that
mean,
long. I ain't known you that long.
okay, so does money give men the right to cheat?
Nobody has the right to cheat. And that
Okay.
is not a politically correct answer. That is the right answer. Okay? Nobody has the right to cheat.
Okay. Okay.
But y'all have to understand that we don't live in a world of rights.
Mm.
Rights, even what you think is a right, if it's not written down, it ain't a right.
Mm.
I mean, it's crazy because you can say it's like we're free to walk outside here in Georgia and hold the whole conversation cussing as loud as we want to. But we take ourselves to a little town in North Carolina and start yelling and cussing, we could be arrested.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really trippy when we start talking about rights and what's right. Only things are
Mm-hmm.
right is kind of like it seems like the only things that are right is what we can read and put down in paper and put down for everyone to agree on. And the sad thing about it is in this world now, what we learning is there ain't no agreements, there is no egregiousness. Amber Rose was upset because she was cheated on with 12 women. She was cheated on with 12 women.
Which he says is an exaggeration. But I listened to his interview and he
Yeah,
didn't really seem remorseful or that he pretty much gave shit. He basically said, you know how it is, I like to fuck.
yeah.
And so a lot of
And she
people were
basically,
saying, did she
she,
open the door with that? I mean, did she open the door for that? Being the
uh,
sexually outgoing person that she is and how much she promotes being
well,
promiscuous.
well, yeah, and that's why he chose her because he thought she was down for the cause. He thought she was down for the slut walks and the calls because that's what she said. She said these things, and now she wants a transparent but family relationship. She wants someone that will fight for her family and won't disrespect disrespect her and be ridiculous and be loyal to her. And she said these things, and I felt these. I'm like, wait, I thought you wanted to do the slut walk, you know. But see, that's
Mhm.
because they used to say. Remember, they used to say, women mature quicker than men. What up,
Yeah.
J Rail?
Yo,
Hey,
yo,
J. Bell.
what up? What it do? What it do? What it do, family? How y'all doing?
Nothing much,
Hey,
bro. How you
chilling,
feeling?
chilling.
Yes.
I'm feeling good, man. I'm blessed,
Yeah,
man. You know, I'm here.
yeah. Hey, so
Thanks for
I
joining
ain't wanna. I started to call your management team and tell them I had my thumb. I had a message that I was about to send to you or Facebook or Instagram. Like, get your
Uh-huh.
ass in here, boy. The interview started. The interview.
Yeah, I was, yeah, I was trying to set it up. Like, this is my first time doing so I was trying to set it up though. But I'm here though. What's
Okay.
up,
So,
So
man?
this your first virtual interview?
Yeah, this is my first, bro. I never did no interview before. This is my
Lit.
first, so yeah. So I'm blessed to even be up here. You feel me? So
yeah.
yeah,
Facts,
Welcome.
facts.
so I'm
All
blessed.
right, tell us who is JayRell. Tell us who is JayRell, man.
JayRell, man. I'm coming from North, New Jersey. You know what I mean? I was born and raised in North. You know what I mean? Raised in Irvington. Like, that's 2 towns over. You know what I mean? It's right there. But, I mean,
Okay.
I'm just a simple person, man. I just be chilling. You know what I mean? I just started music, honestly. You know what I mean? Before
Yeah.
the pandemic. You know what I mean? That was my first show ever. You know what I mean? So,
Word.
yeah, that was my first show ever that I ever did. Like, I was waiting for that little moment. So, you know what I mean? I did my
Mhm.
thing. So,
How did you feel before the show, and then how did you feel afterwards?
I ain't even gonna lie. I was nervous as a bitch.
You are so
Hey, look,
I was
look,
nervous as a motherfucker when I
were
first
you an
got there.
athlete?
Huh?
Were you an athlete?
Nah, in school I play football in high school, but that's about it. I
Okay,
mean, but
so it was like
but
that first game.
yeah,
Was
it
it
was
like
just
that
like
first game?
what? Then I saw the crowd, see people getting on stage. I'm like, yo, wow. I started
No,
getting up, walking back and forth. I was like, let's
nah.
do it.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bruh. For a first show, that was a lit. First of all, you had the right environment because that shit was lit in that bitch.
Good
And you
looking.
just like you did your thing. I ain't know it was your first time. No, I would not have
Yeah,
known
yeah,
that shit.
yeah. That was my
Then
first time, bro.
now I figured you was new because I see you got a lot of new videos on your YouTube and new
Yeah,
records and
yeah,
things like that that you're doing.
yeah,
So
yeah. I
how's that experience been?
man, it been for right now, man. It been all right for so far. Now, man, it's a learning experience. Now, I mean, I gotta learn new things every day. Now, I mean, I gotta learn more
Yeah,
about the business part of this music thing. Now, I
facts.
mean, so
definitely.
once I figure things out shortly, but it's gonna come soon. Now, I mean, so because basically honestly what started it is like been during the pandemic when we was all in the house and everything, everybody was going through certain things in life, you know what I mean? It
Mhm.
just and things I was going through in the past, like I just took a pen and a pad and say, yo, I'm gonna do this, and shit came out right. So I'm like, yo, then I just like, you know what? I'm gonna further and see what's up with this music thing. I mean, cause this the best
Yeah,
way for me to express my feelings, you know what I mean? So
yeah. So are you full time in the music?
honestly right now I'm actually because I gotta work too. I got 9 to 5. I still gotta pay the bills. So you know what I mean? Like
How did you get paid off
Yeah.
your music?
you feel me? You right. But I have to
No, you
build
will. You will.
I had to build my fan base and get, you know what I mean, everything's going for me to really take it. But I'm here with it. You know what I mean? I'm just starting, I'm fresh, and I got a long way to go. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So all right, look, let me ask you, I'm gonna ask you a question, right?
Okay.
You new to the scene, and
Yes.
music is obviously something that you obviously been around for a minute though.
Of course, of
What
course.
who was the artist or what was the situation that really made you say, all right, I'm gonna do this?
You know what? Like I'm kind of a old school character, but like the new character, like the new school kind of get me. Like I'm gonna say somebody like Dirt. Know what I mean? Like that's
Okay.
that's a that's one of my like tops as far as that generation. Know what I mean? So like things that he go through, I similar, not the same exact, but similar, go through the same thing. So I look up his things and stuff we go through. It just made me, I mean, just get to music and certain things he go through, I go through, and he put it down on a beat. So I was like, you know what, I could do the same thing. You know what I mean, like, so that's what I did. You know what I mean, so yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So
Shit. So like so when you give me when you started doing the music and shit like that, right?
uh-huh.
Give me like one of the biggest one of the goals that you wanted to accomplish.
The honestly, the biggest goal I really accomplished for the beginning is doing the show. That's all I wanted. That's
Right.
all I've been talking about. Like for real. That's all I've been talking
Uh-huh.
about. Like I gotta do a show. Like and
Mhm.
it just I was driving one day and I just got a text message like I want you to do a show. I pulled over right there thinking tonight because I'm ready. Like we could do it tonight. Like, but
Mhm.
yeah, that was basically I got there and I did my thing, man. That's
You
that.
lost your voice. You was full of energy. I
Oh
mean, you definitely came with it.
yeah.
Um, how do you feel like did you building up to that day? Like did you perform? Like did you practice? Because a lot of people don't practice before they perform. They just get up there and it is what it
Shots.
is. Um,
Shots.
did you prepare?
I did. I kind of couple of days, but I just had it in my head that it don't matter if I prepared myself. It probably would have been different since my first time being on stage. So even if I prepared myself, it probably looked different when I performed. So
Uh-huh.
I just made it happen. I just went there thinking like be focused. I prayed. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I keep telling Jezabel, rappers do not practice, right?
Nah,
We live in the
nah. It
moment.
just yeah.
Every
It's just something that's
them
built in
R&B
me.
artists, they be the ones up there practicing because they gotta hit the move like ooh, and they gotta turn to the right.
but
They
but
better
you
by the time
but
they get there, they can't step on no foot.
But you can't say that. You see I bust my move too. You can't say that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
you know, it's
See,
not only R
so
and B.
do you? I was about to ask you about your move because I was watching your performance. Like, do you know I gotta get this move in, or do it be like just like because you knew, right? So now are you going into this with like, all right, do you have set moves that I gotta hit whenever I hit
Nah,
them?
not
Yeah,
even.
yeah.
Like
Mhm.
I was a like back in the day. I used to go to a lot of parties. I always been a dancer. You know what I mean? That was day
Okay.
one. You feel me? I always did my
Okay.
busting moves. So that's always in me. You know what I mean? I feel as though no matter if I get older, dancing is always going to be something. Even if I two step, you know what I mean? It's always
Mhm.
going to be in me.
Yeah.
So I heard that, and now it's on the bigger speakers. It ain't in my car. It ain't in the house. Now we got big speakers. So you know what I mean,
Mhm.
got to me. So I had to bust a move. You know what I
Bruh,
mean?
listen, like that's how. So when I first started rapping, I used to just
Mm-hmm.
like stand on stage and whatnot, and then just like move to
Uh-huh.
the left, to the right, right. And I had a
Uh-huh.
few moves, and then I started watching other artists perform and whatnot. So KRS had this one move. I was like, oh, I love that when he would move to one side and he would be switching his mics, hand
Right.
to hand. Then Kanye West had this move I call it Kanye Strut. I definitely had to add that move in my repertoire. But you know the one move, it was one move that got me that I just had to
Uh-huh.
add in my repertoire, and that was the Wiz Khalifa bounce. So is there any
The Wiz
artist's
Khalifa
moves?
bounce. The fuck
Yes,
is that?
you don't know the Wiz Khalifa. You
Nah,
don't know the
let
Wiz
me see.
Khalifa bounce.
Let me see you do it. Let me see a little.
So we're gonna have to we're gonna have to Google that for you, all right?
Okay.
Because I can't just get up and do the Wiz Khalifa bounce on demand,
Okay. It
but
gotta be something. Okay.
it's pretty much yeah, it's pretty much a simple bounce on the beat while rapping with the beat. He's mastered. It's like a bouncing bunny top thing. It's more like like
Oh,
that
okay.
and shit.
I think
So
I know
it's
what you're
real
talking about.
trippy.
Yeah, I think I know what you're
You
talking
know.
about.
So you get one of those going. Like I tried that. Like so, I know what artists do you watch? What artists do you watch? Like coming up, like what
Uh-huh.
artists are you looking at? Or
Honestly,
do you
bro.
have a JayRell move? What is the JayRell move called?
I wish I knew, bro. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm about to try to see if I get
Uh-huh.
listen. We gonna build this dance and this music. Sometimes you gotta be different. You know what I mean, that's what I was told in life.
Yes,
Sometimes you gotta be different. You gotta
yes.
come with different things in life. If everybody coming with the same thing, We all gonna have the same thing, like so. We gotta be different. That one move will change the whole game. You never know.
It
Lord
will,
be
bro.
top.
It will, bro. Like it will. Like honestly, like I ain't gonna lie to you. So hey, so when you started doing music, this question was presented to me on my Facebook page. I call it Old Book. Old book. But this is
These
on
are
Old Book.
the
This question was presented to me. Artists, when we make music, do we
Okay.
believe that our music will put us on? What do you think about that question?
Do you think
Is
the
our
our
music
music?
supposed to put us on?
Because it's basically coming from the heart and the truth. And I feel as though if we making music that come from the heart, bro, like, and if more people in the industry want to hear what we speak out, why not?
Yeah.
We should be. You know what I mean? I feel as though we should get paid for what we speaking out, because what we speaking out could help other people in different ways. So I feel as
And the
though,
sad part, artists, the idea of put on is different for everybody.
yeah, that's true. That's
Mhm.
So
true.
so so that's what made that question in the Facebook so weird for me. And I answered them. I answered the question with a response sort of like, what is the idea of put on? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you
and that,
believe that your music is gonna put you on, then you're also following the proper steps to be put on. And in
yeah.
that incident, are you not on already?
Word,
Like,
but then
the
that,
idea of
but
put
that's
on
the,
is so crazy.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like nowadays, when somebody say put on, you put on, that mean you're rich, you got money, you getting somewhere. Like, but
You
nine
buzzing
times,
on the radio.
yeah, buzzing on the radio. Some people think just because your music get on the radio, you blow up. Nah, it's still levels to this shit. You know what I mean? Like it's still shit
Well,
that you
like,
gotta go through.
it's so crazy because that's why I said everybody's height of on is different.
Different.
Cause
Yeah,
the
you're
nigga that's
right.
bumping on the radio, if he feel like he on, he like I'm on. And
Yeah,
like
right.
you said, nah, bro. Like where the tours at? Where the shows
But
at?
but but
Where
but
the
you
merch
don't
at?
think that? But let me ask you a question. You don't think that give you motivation that you on the radio and make you hype like that?
Yes,
It
yes,
it
Yeah.
should.
bro. It has to make you hype, right?
Yeah,
Especially
yeah,
if and like okay, so to an artist, it automatically makes you hype when someone else accepts you, right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
the radio is now somebody saying they accept you enough to share you with their
Mhm.
people. Like,
Yeah.
yo, y'all gotta hear this. That's like
Yes.
somebody on the block, like, y'all gotta hear this. Y'all, this is
Mhm.
crazy. You know what I'm saying? And you
So
play it.
then now
So then when you
everybody want to hear. It. Yeah, that's
yeah, and
crazy.
when you hear it on the radio, honestly, like most artists get super excited, right? I be telling
Uh
artists,
huh.
and then I'm like the bubble buster. I'm like, did you register that record? You know, because my man, he said, man, I'm
Yeah.
on. He said they play my radio on the record every Monday now, every morning now. I said they playing you every
Mhm.
morning. Did
What?
you register that record? He was like, oh man, what do you
Yeah.
mean
That's
register the record?
see,
I said,
see.
come on, bro,
That's the
you
business.
get
That's the business side. That's what I'm talking about. For
yeah,
sometimes we gotta learn that before we even get into the hype. You know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
right,
once you, if you don't know that, the hype going to take over. You know what I mean? You could be a person that's worth millions and billions of dollars, but they'll take you in at the low cost because
yep.
they know you could be on. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So you gotta
Yep.
look at things
So
like that.
and like honestly, what you just said right now
Uh
is
huh.
one of the points that a
Uh-huh.
lot of artists miss. By you having that, for one, it shows that you're from the north, New York
Yeah,
area, New
yeah,
Jersey
yeah.
area, right?
Down in
Because
Jersey. Yeah.
up in New York, one thing that they pass out is knowledge. They're
Yes.
like New
Mhm.
York, up in the north. They pass out that knowledge around. They'll be asking you, "Yo, you get your BMI, dummy?
Mhm.
Did you have your BMI? You got your ass cap?
Nah,
Ass cap be walking around in New York like y'all signed up,
no
like y'all
word
good, y'all need
for real.
y'all know what to do. You know, so they
Nah,
take
word up.
care of them up there.
Nah,
So
that's
like when I
true.
be telling artists, I'm like, man, listen, dog. If you got your business together
Uh
and
huh.
you take care of everything that you know
Yeah,
you're supposed to take care of,
yeah, yeah.
that's half the battle.
But
Because when
some people,
somebody sees you with millions, that's how when artists ask, how did he get put on? Because
yeah.
if I got $1 million and I
Okay.
look at you and say, damn, he know how to make 10K.
Uh
He know how
huh.
to make 5K. I'm
Mhm.
like, all right, bet. I can work with him. He ain't
Work
got to
on
be a millionaire like me because I'm a millionaire. But
it. Yeah,
I know he
Mhm.
understands that he got the game. He knows what
dang.
he want to do, as
Yeah.
opposed to an artist who out here making all this fire ass music. Then I ask
Mm-hmm.
him, "You got your paperwork?" He don't got it.
Got
You
it.
ask
Yeah.
him, is he online? He don't got a bio. Don't got an
Mhm.
EPK.
Not
And then
really.
it's like
Mhm.
he up there now. He's spending all his time at the open mics hating on all of y'all that got y'all
Yeah.
paperwork together.
Yeah.
He like, I'm
That's
better than
true.
all them
Mhm.
niggas. They ain't shit. I
Yeah.
should been on.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
agree.
Nah, for real.
I
But
agree. It's some.
but
I'm like, bro.
so
Go
let
ahead.
me ask you, because y'all in DC, right?
I'm in
I'm
Atlanta
in the
now,
DMV
but
Oh,
I'm
you
from
in
area.
DC.
Atlanta. See the thing
Yeah, I'm in
about
Atlanta.
Atlanta, and I don't know how DC is, but I know Atlanta, everybody basically take care of each other. You know what I mean? Like one person on, everybody
Yes.
help each other. When it comes to even,
Yes.
I can't even say I'm in Jersey, but New York, they kind of take care of each other too. But Jersey, we kind of get overlooked at. There's some nice people out here in Jersey.
Mhm.
Nice people.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chuck P. Right now, that's my boy
Mhm.
right there. That's who was on stage with me. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Chuck P. Chuck Paradise. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But yeah, they don't look at Jersey, bro. And then for us, Jersey, we don't come together as one. Like everybody hating, everybody doing this, so it's like it's hard. That's why some people move out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it'd be better opportunities. Some
Because some areas
Sounds like
are
the
all
DMV.
yeah, yeah, you
because
know.
Jersey is like the DMV because they got caught up in their criminal era
Yup,
and their criminal era
Tucker,
overtook
Tucker,
the
yup,
business because
yup. Damn, what happened to my boy?
Every
I don't
it
know.
happens
We
like
start talking about business and
when
then
he
just
starts dropping gems, YouTube be trying to now I see what they be talking about. YouTube will try to kick you out as soon as he starts dropping
oh,
gems. He
for
was
real?
talking about how the Jersey
Hmm.
area is kind of similar to the DMV,
Hmm.
and a lot of people move from here to go to different places.
Yeah, wow, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of hard to make it from Jersey. Like you got to really be. What happened, my boy?
hey, now that happens. Like it's people that don't like me talking spicy online here. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? So they 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 always
Mhm.
kick me out. And then look, let me tell you what's weird, right?
Mhm.
I moved to Atlanta. Now
Okay.
I'm a good old Comcast guy. What's y'all internet and cable providers up there?
Huh? I can't hear
Who
you. What
y'all
you say?
cable? Who y'all cable up there?
Oh, we got
And
what we got.
internet.
What we got? We got Verizon, and what else? What's
See,
the cable out here? Verizon, yeah,
and
Verizon,
Comcast out there.
yeah, Comcast, yeah, Comcast, yeah.
Right. So I moved down to Atlanta, right? And
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta only had Comcast or AT&T. Now I'm a good old Verizon FiOS guy. I
Yeah,
had my
me too.
FiOS forever. I moved
Mm-hmm.
out here. They don't have FiOS here.
Wow.
So I was like, okay. I wanted to get Comcast because I'm a good old Comcast guy, but Comcast was telling me it was going to take them a week.
Uh,
AT&T could come in the next day.
yeah, we
So
going with
I
that
went
one
ahead.
then.
We went with AT&T.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, AT&T. If y'all listening, I don't care. The worst decision I ever made. Sometimes you got to go with what you know. I should have
Yeah,
just went
that's true.
Xfinity. I'm
Yeah,
kind of willing to break my. I'm kind of willing to break my contract at this point. You know,
it
but
sounded good because they said next day. It sounded good.
but when you ain't got no internet, anything sound better than next week. Anything.
for,
Look,
for
they
real.
said next day, and I still went and bought a hotspot box from
Damn.
T-Mobile. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I just can't do it. My life,
Yeah.
if you, in case you missed last week, my life revolves around my phone, my internet. Those are two things that are very
Nah, so
important
you
to me.
you need some good service for that. Word, I feel you, bro.
The best. So do you be following like all of the rapper
Nah,
quarrels
nah.
and
I mean,
beefs?
I follow some. I follow a couple of people, but basically like I basically like when I'm in my car and stuff. Like a lot of people bump other people's music. I try to listen to myself. You know what I mean? Because I
Yeah.
feel
Smart.
yeah, it builds myself. It builds my character. Because if I feel like I listen to everybody, then I want to start sounding like everybody. You know what I mean? Like so,
By default.
and I want everybody to flow. So I listen to people. I ain't gonna sit here and say I don't listen to people, but I basically try to work on my craft. You feel me? So
Mhm.
So
yeah, man.
like
So
how many
what's your writing process?
yeah.
Like what you mean
Like
by that?
like as far as do you write all of your music,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah,
The
I write
one
all my
that
music. Yeah, I write all my music. Yeah, yeah, I definitely write all my music.
all right, so is it like a sitting down session or
Oh,
do you
I'm
like
everywhere with it. I'm at the parks. I'm in my
mm-hmm,
car. I'm in the
mm-hmm.
backyard. I'm wherever I could pull that iPad
Wherever
out.
the inspiration.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Like I mean, like I do it whatever. No matter if
What
you
was
think,
your
huh?
what was the first song you wrote?
What was the first? No love in the streets. It's called No Love in the
Okay.
Streets. Yeah. You know what I mean? I did a video for
I
that.
just listened to that.
Yeah, I had my daughter in it. You know what I mean? Shout out to my daughter too. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, I
But
did my.
I feel you on that. Like when you catch that mode, yeah. Hey, so even when you driving, sometimes you just be like this and shit while you driving. Got
What?
that
Yeah,
thing there.
I'm always like, yeah, I'm always like, that. I'm always on Instagram doing that. I'm always driving. Always, you always see me in the car. Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's
like
man.
that's the life.
You gotta live life sometimes, man. That's all it's about. It's about having fun and enjoying what you do. You know what I mean? Don't let nobody bring you down, nothing like that. So that's all.
So so I
Mm-hmm.
need to put you in the hot seat. I gotta put you in the hot seat because I like to put every artist that come
Uh
on my
oh,
show on
uh
the hot seat.
oh, uh oh. Let
And
me
I'm gonna
get the
come
hookah.
straight up and tell you.
Let me get the hookah.
Verizon. All right, Verizon. But you ready? Are you ready?
Uh oh. Here we
You
go.
have to. You have to pick a side.
Okay.
The storm is coming.
Okay.
Drake or Kanye? Who you taking?
Mm.
Mm, fuck, bro. You fucked me up with that one, bro.
It's the hot seat for a
I
reason,
would I
baby.
would take Kanye because it's more an inside thing. I feel as Drake he talk about real things and everything, but some of the things I think is just the outskirts of him. But I feel like Kanye is more emotional when it comes to his music. You know what I mean? It's more things that he been through, his ups and downs, his moms. You know what I mean? So I feel as though him. Like I mean, I go with Kanye. What about you?
Listen, listen. Everybody
He
knows.
going with
I got a,
Kanye.
I I got a tattoo of Kanye on my back.
Oh,
So,
see,
so
we up there.
it's all
See.
right. It's like Kanye, Kobe, and Tom Brady. Don't mess with those three people. Don't mess with those three people. If you mess with those three people, I'm starting whatever their first letter of their name is. I'm
Uh-huh.
starting a KLM, a TLM, or a goddamn two KOS for Kobe and Kanye. Like listen,
Word.
that's what I'm starting. A whole Kobe Lives Matter, Kanye Lives Matter, Tom Lives Matter movement. I'll be in front of that if y'all get crazy. I'm trying to tell you, man.
so
Do
that's
you
so
watch
that's it. So
sports?
honestly, bro, I think I'm the only one out here that don't watch sports, bro. Yo, honestly, I was a Kings fan back in the day, and you know the Lakers won that year. So after that, I stopped watching it, bro. I stopped watching basketball, bro. It hurt my feelings, bro. I had money on that, and I just got hurt, and I never watched it. But I want to get into it though, man. I be feeling out of place when I be at
Mm.
bars and stuff like that, man. I be
Y'all hear
feeling.
that? Hey, y'all hear? So, everybody that's looking right now, everyone that's tuned in right now, if y'all heard what he just said, let me put it into layman's terms. He said Kobe made him stop watching basketball.
Yeah, yeah. I ain't gonna
That's
lie,
what he
man.
just
Oh,
said.
I
Rest in
didn't catch
peace.
That's
Rest
that.
in peace, my boy,
you
for
didn't hear
real, bro.
you didn't hear that? You didn't hear that, Jezebel? You didn't hear
Yeah.
me putting out
I was a Sacramento
uh,
Kings fan. They lost that year to Kobe, and I was hurt, bro.
Oh wow.
I
yeah,
was hurt, so I never
yeah.
watched it again. It gets like
Hmm.
that.
And honestly, that was the year that made me a lifer, a
Wow.
Kobe for lifer, you
See,
know,
yeah.
for life.
That was a good game, bro. That's
So
a good
so
game.
so look, how long do
Mhm.
y'all think social media or the idea of social media been around?
Honestly, well, see, I've been around. I've been on social media a long time. I've been on the MySpaces. You know what I mean?
Black
The
Planet
the the,
days.
the AOLs and when you had to dial up. So it's like, I mean,
What if I told
Hey,
y'all that what if I told y'all that goes all the way back to caveman days?
hmm, that's something I want to
I
look
would
up.
tell you to explain that to
Yeah,
me.
because I want to know. Yeah, let me know about that one.
All right, so what is
Because
social
they
media?
wasn't
What
underground
is
with no social media.
Yeah, what is social media, y'all?
It's a basically a platform, basically a
To
platform
share what's going
share.
on in one's life, daily
Yeah,
life, share
yeah,
their stories and through
mhm,
pictures, through words and things like that, right?
yes.
So what was the caveman's hieroglyphics that they left behind?
That's a good question. I'm
What?
like, yeah, you gotta shorten them terms down. I'm like, for real, wait, like,
Okay,
DCPS
the
over
caveman.
here.
You're right. I'm sorry. The the drawings that were found in the caveman's caves that
well,
they
like
used to draw,
Oh,
like
okay.
like gold and stuff. Yeah, yeah.
to show that they killed the buffalo, like he conquered the buffalo, and
Oh, when
at
they
this point he,
carve in the
Oh
stone, they
yeah, yeah. The
carve the
little the
pictures in the
little thing. Yeah,
stone.
this there. Yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah,
what that's
those are called hieroglyphics, guys. Those are called something like that.
okay. Okay, you learn
Yeah,
something new every day.
yeah. Listen, trust me, y'all.
Okay,
I was lit.
so
So, so what do y'all think about the Bible maybe being another version of social media before the platform of our cell phones came along, before they decided to make all of our stories a story?
Yeah,
Do you
but
think that one day there will be a book of JayRell, a book of success, a book of Jezabel the truth? It'll
yeah,
be all through our social medias. It will be able to tell our stories.
yeah, but back then, that's what I'm saying. How was they telling stories back then? What newspapers? Like that's what they was doing. Like,
Scribes,
oh
scribes
crap.
and drawings.
Oh okay.
And someone would be able to come by later and see that, oh, Mututu killed the buffalo on this day.
Oh yeah,
Like,
because they
and
were
they
they
be
were
like,
grazing
oh,
in back in the day. What they do? Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
They be like,
you're
oh
right.
shit. That nigga had 6 kids. He saw an alien. You know what I'm saying? Like all type of shit. All type of. So like, I'm here to tell y'all, like, bro, like, so do y'all see how everyone is getting mad? Like, social media is ruining the world.
it,
But
it,
do
because
y'all
it's
believe social
accessibility.
media is ruining the world?
It's accessibility, I believe. I do think that social media is affecting the world. I wouldn't say it's ruining, but negatively, in a negative and positive, everything has its bad and its good.
yeah,
So
I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah, it has its
Yeah,
good and its
it's
bad. It's
it's
like,
it's 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 righteously. It brings me like what y'all saying. What y'all saying. It has me
hmm
question that the term knowledge is power,
mm,
knowledge
because
is
maybe
power.
social media is looked at as maybe too much knowledge.
That's kind of true,
I
but
don't
without.
think, me personally, I don't think social media is one in the world. I think that it is saving the world one by one. I think that it has the power to
Mhm.
ruin as anything does. But I think that
Okay.
social media is righteously saving the world. I think that everyone is able to now be more um who you are.
Well, y'all about to
You
say,
know,
yeah,
like well,
nigga, you could be yourself
well,
on there and don't get judged.
mhm,
like even if you
yeah.
are judged, you're willing to take the judgment from the one person who follows you and hates you,
Yeah,
as opposed to when you got like 5,000 followers and
yeah,
two of
that's
them
true.
hate you all the time. It's like shit,
Mm.
4,988 love it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what
Nah,
do
that's
you do?
true. Nah,
You know,
that's
and so
true.
it's like that. So we was talking earlier on the show about the shaming era
Okay.
and how people feel fat shamed. Anything you can feel shamed of anything, right?
Uh huh.
So I was thinking how, like, I was saying how that's really impossible in a social media world where everyone is so free. You can tell who's ashamed, and if they are ashamed, there's so much access to change whatever you're
Mhm.
ashamed of. I
Yeah,
mean,
true.
like, if it's real live, a new day and age we live in. You know,
Yeah.
somebody told me, they said you should be careful with some of the things that you say on your podcast because
Mhm.
they could come back and hurt you one day. I say, damn. Well, what
That
about all
was
the shit
kind
I
of
said?
harsh. That
I'm
was
a
harsh.
strong believer in that dose six. That's why
Look,
I choose wisely when to be vocal about certain topics because it ruins. Look at it ruins everybody
Mm.
let me tell y'all one thing for sure.
financially.
Let me tell y'all one thing for certain, three things for sure. It only ruins the people who are afraid to back it up.
No. That's,
I mean,
yes. I don't know. That was a good one, bro. That was.
That's
I
it.
mean,
It
because
only
if you
ruins
I
could,
those
beg to
people.
because if
differ
you
on
could back,
that.
if you could back your own up, you good. You don't have nothing to worry about. You right.
Hmm.
Jezebel, look at Wendy Williams.
That's my girl.
Yeah, look, that's my
Let,
girl.
let, yeah, that
Well, hold
them
on.
women
What
stick
happened to? Hold
together.
on. What happened to your girl? What happened?
No, she just the boss and say whatever she
She
want to
says
say.
whatever
Don't give
she
a
wants to
damn.
Oh,
say.
oh, because I don't really follow
And
her like that, but
But she
nah,
also
so
walks around with security all damn day.
oh, see, it's a difference. It's a
listen,
difference.
hey,
You can
secure.
say what you
Listen,
want to say, but
but that's
can
cool.
you really
She
be
creating
free?
jobs.
Yeah,
Nah, but that's
yeah,
also creating jobs, though. She creating jobs without
yeah,
her being able to, without her saying what she wanted to say. She wouldn't have no need to be paying security, who now can feed their family. So
yeah,
it's a nice little chain reaction.
I
But
yeah,
can't stand
but
let's
you.
say let's
I can't
let's
stand.
let's speak our own minds, y'all. So
yeah.
let me ask you something, young, because I spoke about this on Saturday,
Hmm.
but I got we should talk about this right now. What do you think about the balance of the world and social media and pornography and its playing role being balanced out come October?
Oh yeah,
OnlyFans will be banning pornography on their website.
that's good.
Now, I know that may suck to all of the people who've paid their yearly subscriptions already.
I feel
They
it though.
blow.
I feel it though when it comes. That's a
They're
good
gonna
thing.
get refunds though,
Yeah, they
so
go. Yeah,
they
that's
should get their
refund.
money
No,
back.
they
Yeah,
not.
you
Nah,
don't think
nah, they're not
so?
gonna get their money back. They will
No.
like to enjoy them in that bathing suit.
Nah.
Enjoy them
You
in
shouldn't
that
have been
bathing suit.
subscribed for porn anyway.
Yeah,
Okay.
nah,
All
but
right.
nah, that's a good thing though. No, that I feel as though that's a good thing they doing that because you know what I mean. Nowadays, anybody can get a phone, anybody can get online. You know what I mean, like so that's a good thing though. And some people I
Now
know is like,
I seen you had your old lady in the background. That was your girl in the background,
no,
or
no,
wife.
no, that's a friend. No, no, that's a friend. No, I don't got no wife.
Okay, good, because I didn't want to get you in no trouble or nothing with this next question. But do you have a Only? Have you
Yeah,
ever visited the
hold on.
OnlyFans platform?
Actually never.
He in trouble.
Oh nah,
They
nah.
slap.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
God damn it! I got man. Oh man.
I
That's
totally disagree. I think that this is bad for all of the. They shouldn't ban pornography. Like, then where are people going to go to watch porn? Actively from their
back to the
favorite
main
people?
sites. Back
Back
to
to
the
their
main
website.
sites. They go. You know, back to
Well,
the
what about the
main
people
sites.
that
They
make
go.
money? What about the people that make money off of their content?
What about them? They gonna have to
Where
go
are they going to
to.
go now? They're shutting down everything.
What?
Oh yeah,
You know what?
they gonna go back to online on what it was on internet. What it's called Backpage, some shit like that. They gonna go
Well,
back
no.
to
Tiger
Backpage
is
got
making a
shut down
new.
for porn already.
nah, it's a new one
Tiger
up. I
making a
think.
new website. Tiger making a new website for them, and Tiger got them all ready. And I'm not gonna promote Tiger's business out here because he's not paying me. But just so y'all know, Tiger's already creating a new version of OnlyFans to let it
Wow.
go.
So
So,
you don't think they're gonna ban them for that though, since they already shutting down the one that's out now?
well, Tiger will probably pay the pornography guidelines for it. I think OnlyFans didn't want to pay the fees to be playing that type of game,
Oh, okay,
It would
which
okay.
have
I
been more
totally.
lit if Tory Lanez would have did it.
There you go.
Hold on,
There you go.
give me
I
one
mean,
second,
There
y'all.
you
if
I got.
go.
he lit,
You said,
imagine his joint, man.
nah,
Woo,
I can't imagine
that
that.
joint would be off the
Hold on.
chain.
No, but some people got rich off of that. Yo, you know that's crazy. Like certain females, certain guys, they got rich off of that. That's a
Mm.
crazy thing. So I wonder what they're gonna do when they shut down, man. Because some people depended on that. I mean, that
Mm.
was how they pay their bills. I mean, so shit
So
crazy.
you
Hmm?
said you just started doing music.
Yeah,
What is your ultimate like goal as far as what you do with it? Like, do you see yourself?
yeah. I see myself just basically being on a bigger platform. You know what I mean? I want more people to notice what I do. You know what I mean? Like try to just, you know what I mean, more followers, you know what I mean? So, because
Do you
basically,
have an age cap? Like,
I,
once you reach a certain age, or once you like after a certain amount of years, you're just gonna
yeah,
hang it up if you don't,
I, I feel as though it's something with enemy. You know what I mean? Because I go through emotions. Everybody go through their emotions. So music is always going to be something that's enemy. You know what I mean? So when I go through stuff, I'm still write down. You know what I mean? But as far as right now, I just want to see the light right now and just let people notice what I do and more people hear me out. That's it. I mean, because
Yeah,
I'm an
yeah.
artist, because I can't do it. I mean, I switch it up. Like I do my slow music, I do my fast music. You know what I mean, I can't stay in one lane because sometimes I feel crazy, sometimes I feel hype. So that's what basically, you know what I mean. So yeah, but for right now,
Music is a feeling.
yeah, for real. And then you
How
just
many?
gotta switch,
So, do
huh?
you have an album out? You have an album out,
Yeah, yeah, I
or
got an
you just about
album
to
out
drop?
right now. Yeah, no, I got an album out right now. I'm thinking about working on a single right now. I mean, because
Okay.
the song I basically did at the show, like a lot of people was feeling that the pussy nigga song. So it's like, I don't know, bro. Like everybody felt that they
Let,
blew my pussy. So and it felt like what's
I,
crazy. Because hold on, my fault to cut you off. But what's crazy? It felt like that was my first performance, but a lot of people knew the song. Like that was surprising. Because when I play back the videos, everybody like pussy niggas, pussy nigga. I'm like, okay, so
So Dark
yeah.
Road,
yeah,
I'm
Dark
not.
Road. That's the album you just put out,
yeah,
correct?
yeah. That's the album I just put out, Dark Rose. Yeah, that's Dark Rose.
I ain't gonna cat. I ain't gonna cat.
That's,
I know what type. I'm starting to learn what type of music Jezabel likes. I knew she was gonna like that song.
oh yeah.
I mean, and then
And
on
she was
the
in a ham.
album,
And she was in a ham mode that night too. She was in the doing ham mode that night. So
So she felt that. She looking around like, oh, you pussy up. Okay.
man. But I also like
exactly.
drill type. I
Yeah.
also like drill type.
Drill
That's
music.
actually my second favorite song on
Yeah.
that album. Cause it's like you went through the days of the week.
Yeah, you see that? You see, a lot
Like
of people don't listen, bro. They just don't be listening, bro. I'm glad, I appreciate that
the
for real.
vibes,
Yeah,
yeah.
but that's how I be sometimes. You gotta listen, my boy.
Yeah.
Word up, though. Man, this shit keep on getting froze. Yeah, but yeah, we gotta work on his reception.
Six. Oh, he from I
Yeah.
thought he was
Yeah. Like
losing.
yes. Yeah. Nah, I'm here. I'm back. I'm back.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
frozen. I tried to go reset my internet real quick, and that see if that was gonna help me out a little bit. I'm trying to tell
Is
y'all
it
one thing
raining
for
down
certain,
there?
dog. You like if you got we in like storm season. We in storm season, hurricane season, or whatever the hell it is.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
They hit
Me
that
being a
hard?
DMV guy. Well, so
It
what
was
it
raining
does
in
is it rains for
Charlotte.
10, 15 minutes and then it
Hmm.
stops. And then it
Yeah.
rains for another 15 minutes and then it stops.
That's how it was in Charlotte.
It's like a weird
Wow.
thing. I
Yeah.
told the wife, I said, these are real quiet storms here. You don't even hear them.
Mm.
It be
Real
sunny as
shit.
hell. You walk into a venue, you walk out, you're like, wait, it rained? When that happened? One day I was
Mm.
barbecuing, and
Uh-huh.
as I'm barbecuing, I literally I literally put the charcoal in, started the fire, closed the
Mhm.
grill top, walked to the house to get the chicken. By the time I came back out, I was like, wait, it rained? you know? So yeah, man.
Y'all know
It
how
be
y'all be
flashy
out
like
there.
that.
Y'all know how y'all be out there when y'all get snow. Y'all go crazy. Like,
Bro, like I haven't seen snow. I haven't seen snow.
you heard for
I
real?
haven't seen snow since I've been here. I ain't seen a pigeon until I went to the airport.
Oh,
You
they
know, so I was
downtown
They
yeah,
downtown.
they downtown.
by Underground
I
Mall. That shit
I
filled with
hardly
pigeons.
I hardly see a squirrel, but
He
I
said,
see deers. I see deers. I see salamanders or lizards.
"Wow, that's
Um,
crazy."
bunch of crazy shit. Bunch of crazy
So,
shit.
so y'all
So
be
Man,
with the
having,
new project that you working on,
uh-huh.
you said who?
Yeah. No,
That
no, I
what
was
you
about
say?
to say, do y'all be having shows like, shows and stuff out there in DC and
So down here in Atlanta, we have a lot of shows. Like I literally have a show every night.
no, for
You
real?
know,
Wow.
like literally every night. The crazy
Wow.
thing is that it's like you kind of just gotta know what you want to do. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
right.
Like
Yeah.
I tell a lot of artists if you're if you're going to be an indie artist, then you shouldn't have just one genre.
You know, it's
You
true.
should be making all type. You should be able to walk into an R&B night. pop
Nah,
out an
for real.
R&B record, you
Nah,
should
for
be
real.
walk to a goddamn Afro night and jump in there and do some
For
shit.
real.
You know what I'm
You
saying? Like
never know. You
because
never know.
you can't limit yourself when you indie.
Yeah.
You
Cause
can't
once
just
you
be like, hey, I'm indie, so I'm a rapper. Because trust and believe me, that's how a lot of artists mess themselves up. You feel me?
mm-hmm.
It's like,
Yeah.
all right, you walking around and you are a trap rapper, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like that's good, but there's only a Wednesday night trap show,
Word, for real.
and unless you lit, you in that bitch sitting there all night waiting for your name to get called.
The call word. Nah,
So
that's
that
true.
means that you're only allowed to perform 4 times a month
Word, that's true.
because you set yourself to a genre.
Nah, that's true. And I
I
feel
watch,
you.
and it's nothing worse. It's nothing worse than watching an artist go into the wrong genre type event and perform the
Mm,
wrong song.
song. Yeah.
Oh
I can't even
my
picture
god!
that. I don't even want to
Oh,
picture that. Yeah.
listen, that joint right there is a bomb
Uh-huh.
waiting to happen. Like I
How
went
the
out
hell did
last
that happen?
Wednesday. I went out last Wednesday. It was an R&B night. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I give him these two records I got, Cash App and DPWY. That's gonna be on a new album. You know what I'm saying? They real like R&B feelers, right?
Uh-huh.
This so the guy gets up and he says, I ain't performed in a minute. I'm giving y'all some new records off my new album. Y'all definitely gonna fuck with me. I'm like, damn, bro, that's a little aggressive. You know what I'm saying? So I looked
Uh-huh.
back at my man and I was like, you know he about to go down in flames. He said, how you
Yeah.
know? I said he gave the I'm about to go in flame announcement. He gave the I'm out of place announcement. Like we're in an R&B night. This is the
Mm.
vibe where you get on stage. How y'all doing?
Yeah,
Y'all looking
yeah.
good tonight. All
Yeah.
right, y'all
Yeah.
start the music, DJ. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But he already started off. I know y'all about to fuck with this shit. He got halfway through his bars and
Uh-huh.
dropped it. You know what I'm saying?
Get the
By
fuck out of
then,
here.
it, it was over. He
You
couldn't get
are.
back. He couldn't catch the words because you're now trying to give an energy in a venue that's not asking for that
That's
energy.
what I.
And by the
Yeah.
time you realize it, you have to reset in the middle of your show.
Yeah.
And damn it, the brain just ain't resetting it that fast when you don't practice for that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
For real.
Most
For real.
rappers, I ain't gonna lie, most rappers, and I'll challenge any rapper that say he's in the studio in front of the glass practicing, right? Most rappers
Uh-huh.
practice in their car, rapping
Yeah.
along with their shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah. That's how
saying?
we do. Yeah. That's how
Period.
you do. Yeah. That's how you
You
do.
can tell
Hell
the
yeah.
rappers who don't listen to their shit. You can tell the
Yeah.
rappers who go into the studio, freestyle some shit, and then jump on stage.
Yeah.
They don't
Nah.
know
One.
what the fuck
Nah.
they said.
Yeah.
They be
We
like,
got. Yo, and that could be that could be real shit, bro. Like that could be
yeah,
real shit, bro. Like you don't do shit
man, they
like
be
that, bro.
dead.
For real, I
Look,
Yeah.
can't
you be
go
looking
in
at
the studio and freestyle and then try to perform that shit that week or next. Nah, bro, we ain't doing
Mhm.
listen, let me tell you something. I did that one time. I did that one time because I was with my man who was signed with Sony at the time, right?
that. Okay.
And he had came in town and like we got in the studio and we had actually made a pretty decent record. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
he was excited and he was like, shit, we should go perform this bitch tonight. Now he's a professional. He does this. You know what I'm saying? Me
Mm-hmm.
at the time, this is me like literally like me stepping out as a solo artist for the first
Mm-hmm.
time. I got
Mm-hmm.
records, but I'm used to like practicing my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Word for
I'm like,
real. Word
I'm
up.
like, look, I know what I'm gonna perform. We left the studio, went right to a show, pulled up the damn record, man, same song. I ain't know not one goddamn
What?
word.
It was
I'm on,
different.
I'm on, I'm on stage. Everybody looking at me, and then his part come up. And he kills it. He fucking,
Oh,
he fucking nailed.
that's fucked up, bro. I know you was hurt. Like, damn, fuck, I ain't doing that shit again.
Hey, look, actually, like, what was so fucking crazy is the record saved everything. You know what I'm saying? The DJ
Oh,
went on ahead and was like, we gotta run it back. We gotta run
yeah.
it back. I
Oh,
still
word.
didn't know it at
Yeah,
that
that's
point. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But I
word.
definitely made a vow to myself. I said, never again will I
Again,
ever
yeah.
leave the studio and perform a
Mhm.
record. Hell, bro,
Right.
I have a hard time trying to fucking remember the record and without the paper recorded in the damn booth.
Yeah, that's crazy.
How long do you listen to a song before you perform it? Before you know it's
Uh,
ready for the people?
shit, bro. Since that was my first performance, I just went over in my head a couple of times, bro. Like weeks, like I had to, bro, because even though it's your music, but like when it's on another platform, big, you get discouraged sometimes. So you gotta go over your shit. I mean, like,
So
yeah. So
because it was your first performance, I gotta ask you: have you done any performance workshops?
nah, nothing, bro. This my since I
So
just started this music, bro. All I just be doing is doing this music, going in the studio, and just keep on putting out more music. I ain't really this my first time getting on that wave, so I'm just
Mhm.
trying to find more. I mean, more venues to go
so
to,
like
more. Mhm.
there's a do you know the art to performing and the it's an actual formula and strategy to it, even when picking records. Have you ever heard that or looked into that?
Nah. Honestly, it's true because like I got a lot of little records that I did, and before I perform, my man's wanted me to do this other song, but I told him like, nah, that's not the one, bro. That's not. He was like, I feel that's the one. I'm like, let me go with
Yeah,
these two, bro. This the one right here. Like I felt the vision, even though because he been on stage, he do music, he been around. Know what I mean? But he was like, nah, do this. Nah, I said, son told me, I know the right one, bro, and then I did it, and it
yeah.
came out
Now, no,
way better.
now, like, what's crazy is some people are really gifted at that. Like, some people
Mhm.
actually like that is their niche, and
Mm,
and that niche really has a way of catapulting an artist above an artist that do not know that. Because
yeah.
let's give you a prime example. I had an artist call me when Jezabel did a show in College Park. This artist called me and said, I want you to listen to my set and tell me if
Mhm,
it's good. I said,
mhm,
okay, email it to me.
mhm,
I said, okay, these are the records, the three records that you want to do. He said,
mhm.
yeah. I said, are you sure? Because they're good records, but I would definitely not do this order. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
he says, well, okay, well, put them in order for me. So I rearrange it to show format.
Yeah.
So he didn't know that people were live streaming the show from the
Mm,
show. So I'm
mm.
sitting from my home in Atlanta and I'm watching the show and I
So,
see his performance and I watch he completely changed the whole set around. Right?
wow. Okay.
So literally, this is let me tell you what happens in the next 5 minutes after his performance. I get a phone call.
Okay.
He's like, man, they wasn't fucking with me, bro. They wasn't really feeling my shit. Like I had a good time, but they wasn't really fucking with my shit. Like I said, well, why did you do that set? He said, oh, you saw the set? I
Yeah, I
said,
saw the set.
yeah, I was watching it. Like, you never start off with slow music.
Music.
I said, bro, you put the niggas to sleep before it was even time for your show.
Uh
And
huh.
then
Right.
you can't close out the show with your banger.
You
You know what I'm
are.
saying? You can't close out the show with your banger when you tired as fuck, out of breath,
Right.
no longer
Nah.
can shout yourself out, no
Yo,
longer
and
can
that's
talk about
and
who you are. You're
y'all,
done.
yo.
You're done. You're
You know
done.
what's crazy? Because
You like,
I was like that, bro. Yeah, now it gets
honey,
you like that, bro. You gotta learn a lot when
honey,
you when you on stage.
Yeah.
For real, you do. Like it's a really a
it's
process.
an
It's not,
art.
yeah, it's just not getting on stage thinking you going. Nah, you gotta have your breathing right. You gotta make sure
Mhm.
you well, and you know what I mean. So yeah,
Like
I
you
hear
gotta
you.
watch. Like you gotta. It's crazy because I used to watch sports heavy, right?
Okay.
And I'm still kind of heavy in football, but I used to really watch sports heavy. I used to tell
Hmm.
my father every time he asked me what I wanted to be, I would say I'm going to be a wide receiver, right?
Okay.
So he'd
Hmm.
be like, "Hey, your friends outside." I'd be in the house watching Jerry Rice tapes. He'd be
Hmm.
like, "Hey, you know, we going out tonight. I'd rather stay to watch Jerry Rice tapes." You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Stuff like that.
Mhm.
So it's like when I was outside playing ball and when I was playing on the teams, I
Hmm.
was they was moving like regular wide receivers in the hood. I'm
Uh-huh.
playing like Jerry Rice. You know what
Nice
I'm saying?
word.
So the
Word.
coach is like, nah, you starting, you're starting. Like, and the quarterback only throwing me the ball. You know what I'm saying? It's not because I'm just better than y'all. It's because I play like Jerry Rice, who's a
You're right.
professional.
Nah,
I've
word
mimicked
up.
a professional, and I tell a
Word.
lot of people like, yo, if you want to be a celebrity, if you want to be a rapper, you want to be a singer. I don't give a damn who your favorite artist is. You better be moving like them until
You
you get your own
word.
moves.
Nah, real
You know what
shit,
I'm saying?
bro.
Like,
Right.
and a lot of people be like, nah, I'm trying to be me. I'm different.
Yeah.
I'm me.
Yeah.
I'm like,
All
all right,
right.
well,
Okay, that different gonna get you.
nobody know who me is yet.
Word.
Nobody understands me, but everybody understands that.
Nah, for
That's
real.
why if you approach, that's why if you approach somebody and be like, look, I'm trying to do this show.
Mm-hmm.
They're not disrespecting you if they never heard you. They're gonna
That's
ask
true.
you, all right, who you sound like?
Word.
Who you sound like?
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of artists with that cockiness be like, shit, I'm me. I don't sound
Yeah,
like
yeah,
nobody.
yeah. I would have said the
And then
same
they wonder
thing. I ain't gonna hold
why
you.
they going 30th. Nah, but you wondered like that's why you going 30th on the show, right? Because it's like
Uh-huh.
they don't know and they don't. But when you give them an idea in a picture, their anticipation level rises.
Yeah,
It's like,
word.
ooh, this nigga said he the next Kanye. I gotta see this shit.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, it
that
makes
nigga
you.
up. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
That nigga
Nah,
said he next
but
two
you
chains.
but you know it's right about that because we had to send our music over before the time, and before I got on stage, the DJ said, "I've been waiting for this the whole night." So that kind of gave me a lot of energy. Like I'm like,
Shout out
"Ooh,
That
DJ Bam.
yeah." So
yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, okay, been waiting for this. All right, let's show out now." Like,
Like
Mhm.
honestly, there's nothing better. It's nothing better than that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
for
Like
real. Like,
I have a foolproof, fireproof plan that works with every single DJ that I come across, right?
mm-hmm.
And I won't share that online, but I will share that to you on your inbox. You know
Okay,
what I'm
okay,
saying?
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
share
I was
that
about
with
to
you on your
say,
inbox.
don't tell your works out
I'll
here.
also share with you. I got this workshop. It's called Performance Zones and the
O-
Art of Performing and shit like
Okay,
that, right?
okay,
Those are things like those are all things I think every artist should take a look into when they're
okay.
doing the shits. You know what I'm saying? Because bro, it takes you to a whole nother level. I've seen a lot of
Mm,
artists. I seen a lot of artists like that go through this workshop, and then the
mm-hmm.
next thing you know, like you look at their performances, they got 5 minute open mic slots, and you like, oh.
Damn.
Jaw drop. You can't fucking believe it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the game. That's the
Word.
fucking game. Do you ultimately want a record deal, or you want to stay
Um,
indie?
uh, for right now, I'd rather stay independent, bro. Like, cause it's a lot of learning. Like, even if like tomorrow somebody come with a deal, I'm like, I ain't gonna take it because there's a lot to learn about this. You know what I mean? I ain't just gonna reach for the first thing I see. You know what I mean? Then I'll be stuck, and that's how a lot of rappers end up how they is now, like stuck. I ain't
Man,
trying to be like that.
I have been offered 5 fucking record deals.
And you denied them
Every
shit, too?
After that, every one of them was way more money than the last one. The first
Wow.
record deal was like some real bullshit, like real
Uh-huh.
bullshit. Just like they was
Honestly.
now they was giving me no money. I was with Sony, and I was actually with Sony. I had an 80/20 deal, and that was
Okay.
cool. But they didn't put up any money, right?
Mm. Okay.
And I didn't have any free rights.
Oh
And I
no.
couldn't really drop
No.
my own shit like that, right?
Oh
So after I
no.
did that, I walked away from that deal, and that was cool because it wasn't really like a big deal to walk away from it. It was just like
Uh-huh.
reinvent yourself. At that point, my name was Taurus, right? That was my
Uh-huh.
name. I went by Taurus when I was with
So,
Sony, and I
okay.
changed the name.
Mhm.
I changed the name to Kron the Great, and then I started like really working with other little smaller artists that was signing under labels and stuff like that and
Okay.
help the song
Uh-huh.
right. And then I got I got into working with Def Jam,
Okay.
and Warner Brothers working with new artists that they were signing. So
Mm-hmm.
one day I walk in and I say, hey, um, I got some new music or whatever, and I want y'all to hear it. They
Mm-hmm.
take me out to dinner, sit me down with this whole plan and things
Mm-hmm.
like that, and they listen to this whole album, and they say, "Wait, this is Def Jam." They're like, "Wait, you didn't cuss none on this whole album, not one cuss
Mm-hmm.
word." I say,
Mm-hmm.
"Yeah, that's lit, right?"
Mm.
You know what this nigga said to me? He said,
What?
"What you making music for kids?
Get
You
the
making
fuck
music for
out
the
of here.
kids, man?"
Get
I
the
said,
fuck out of here.
nah, like, what do you mean? He
Wow.
said, nah, man. He said, look, we'll sign you, but you got to go through artist development, and we'll drop your music when we feel like it's real. So I was
Oh,
like, oh, so I
what?
almost got to a fight with them. I almost got to a
Word,
real
that's
bad
fighting
fight with them.
words right
Like,
there. Nigga. That shit, hell
so
yeah.
like so that led me to my fourth label. You know what I'm saying, that I was in a meeting with, and
Uh-huh.
what threw me off with them was, and this is like a pretty big label at the time, and they
Mm-hmm.
wanted to pretty much say, hey, okay, we're gonna sign you, we'll give you money, but we want
Mm-hmm.
all the rights to all this old stuff. And I'm like, wait a minute,
Mm-hmm.
fuck the old stuff, let's do new
New
stuff.
stuff, yeah.
They're like, no, let's work on the old stuff. Let's have the old stuff first. Give us that catalog, and then we'll start working on new stuff. And I'm like,
Mm.
well, why would I give y'all a damn catalog that you had no parts of making?
You'll make it work. The
Let's
fuck?
think about this. So of course I wrecked that deal. You know what I'm saying? Then comes along like my last two offers was with like QC and Universal, and they
Uh-huh.
was offering big money but small percentages. You
Mm.
know?
For real.
So it's like,
Shit.
what's crazy is like, bruh, we learn so much. Like, do I want a deal? Yes, but I want the
Yeah.
right deal.
Right
When you
there,
know
yeah.
what the right deal is, it's like, all right, bet.
Yeah,
A
see, and
lot of
that's
people
what you
ask me,
gotta
what is the right? A lot of people
that's what I
ask
was
me, what
about
is the
that's what I
right
was about
deal?
to ask you. That's what I was about to ask you. I'm like, what's the right deal? Like,
But it's
what's
crazy because the right deal is based on self preference.
mm.
I
Mm.
mean, like, look, if you can fucking flip, we hustlers. I mean, I don't know
Yeah,
your background, but I'm
yeah,
a
yeah. I'm
hustler. You know
definitely
what
a
I'm saying?
hustler. Hell
So
yeah.
you give me 100 G's, I can flip 100 G's,
Uh,
right? Easily. But if you
Easy
give me a
work.
100 G's and tell me I can only touch 5,000 or ten
Oh,
thousand of
nah,
it,
that's hard.
I feel
That's
like, wait a
hard.
minute. Wait a minute. But now you start thinking like, wait a minute, like, all right, well, how much did I make last year? You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
That's
And
true.
what
That's
what
true.
with what I know that I have to give up,
Yeah.
I have to be saying I need a 5 year plan, a 10 year
Mm.
plan.
Okay,
I need
word.
to know if I take a deal. I need to know for the next 10 years,
I'm
all I'm focusing on is music.
music. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You're right about that,
You know what I'm
bro.
saying? And
That's
like,
true.
for some artists, they may be good with just knowing for the next year. One artist another artist may need 30 years of security. You know,
Mm.
but it's all
Mm.
about what they want and how long you
Yeah.
plan on being in the game. Look at an
Right.
artist like Logic who took $30 million, unprecedented, but he ain't
Mm.
going nowhere. He gonna be with
Wow.
Def Jam to the day he die.
Damn. See, I don't want to be no stuck shit like that. Hell no.
I mean, like, look, it's a trade off.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of people will not make $30 million in a lifetime.
Nah, that's real shit. That's real shit, bro. That's real shit, bro. That's real. But I think that.
Even if you own all your publishing, even if you fucking go on the road and do all your own work, even if
Mhm.
you fucking got 100% of your masters and all your rights, and you tour around the world, I mean, you can hit Italy, Iceland, Sicily, Australia, Africa, China, America, Canada. You still will not hit $30 million without some type of major representation.
Patient. That's true. That's
Because
true.
the reality of it is you're going to be paying out way more
Way more. Way more.
than what they have to pay out, and everything that they do is through sponsorship. We're in a
Yeah.
world where look. Have you ever seen the documentary America? I ask every artist that. Every
Nah.
artist needs to watch. Every artist needs to watch the documentary America Young. It will change your life.
What is called American Young?
No, it's called America.
Oh, America. Okay.
It's the
Yeah.
history. The history. It's like a documentary. His documentary on America, and
Oh, for real.
it shows the structure of how America was being built,
Mm.
then how it got to a point where it was nothing to do here, and
Mm.
they had to start creating jobs, and those jobs was shit jobs, so they had to start creating money, and then they had
Mm-hmm.
to start borrowing money in order to become great, you know. And it's
Wow.
like when you start looking at it, when you really look at it, like, you as JayRell is America.
Mm. Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
It'll be a different
like
perspective. I see what you're saying.
me as Sixxcess is America. Like,
Well,
Def Jam Records was America at a
America.
time. You
Yeah, I'm
know
about
what
to
I'm
say
saying?
at one point. Yeah, you're right.
We're all mini Americas because we all have the ability to go to any type of institution to ask them to make us great.
Nah, that's true. That's true.
And
True.
none of
Mhm.
us, you know
But
what's fucked up? None of
uh-huh.
us use it. None of
Yeah.
us utilize it.
Yo, you know it's crazy. I was about to say the same shit. I'm like, none of you use it. We don't, because we always want to get it on our own. Like
Mhm.
sometimes we need that
Because we
little help and
scared
push.
of judgment.
Yeah,
Bro, you
that's
know
what it
why? We
is.
scared of structure. That's
Yeah.
why it's only 1% or maybe 5% of them people that live and play basketball make it to the NBA.
Word. Word. That's crazy, bro.
Because it's not because they're not like that in basketball. It's because they
Mm-hmm.
can't be structured.
Structure.
They
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
they
Some people
can't be
need structure.
molded to follow a guideline. And
Yeah.
for real, this music industry is a structure. And if they find out that you can't follow it, you either
Yeah.
get ate up or you get spit out and kicked
Yeah,
out.
and you know it's crazy because that's what they appeal. A lot of artists don't know that, bro. A lot of artists don't know, bro.
No.
You gotta follow their guidelines. If not, you just
Mhm.
It's
that's
the
Yep.
it.
culture. It's the culture that we created. Well, not we
Yeah,
as in me and you and
yeah.
Jezabel, but we as in our generation,
Mm-hmm.
because we created this culture in which it's like, hey man, as long as you a boss, if you say you a boss,
Mm-hmm.
it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
you just do what you gotta do. Like you a
Yeah.
boss. Like
Yeah.
fuck it. Nobody can hurt your feelings anymore
Yeah.
because if you disrespect me, I'm gonna say, ah, JayRell
Yeah.
is a dog. You hear what he said
Yeah.
about me
Yeah.
online? You
Yeah.
gonna tell me I
Mhm.
can't make it? And then
Yeah.
everyone's gonna be like, who are you to say he can't make it,
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah.
You're a piece of
Yep.
shit.
Everybody
Mhm.
feel
And
like
all the while, let
everybody in their own way feel like they're a boss, man. If you pay
Yeah.
bills, you feel like you're a boss. You know what I mean? If you do take care of something, you feel like you're a boss. Everybody a boss in
man,
their
it's
own way,
crazy.
bro.
Everybody
Yeah.
feel like they're the boss until the boss in the room.
Woo!
Niggas be
Yeah.
like, yes, sir. Bruh, I watched a nigga who would talk to me like, I mean, he was talking to me like shit one, like this 2 years ago. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? He called
Uh-huh.
me sir. He called me sir the other day.
Yeah. Wow.
He was like, yes, sir. And I was like, sir,
And
all
you felt
right.
you
We
felt
make
crazy
we
about that?
making
How did you
progress.
feel?
I felt weird. I felt
And
weird
that,
because just 2 years ago, it
uh-huh.
was leave me on red. Who are
Mm.
you? Who are
Mm.
you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm like,
Yeah.
damn.
Oh, now it's sir.
Yeah, sir. You know, like I was like, I'm like, no, that's my father. that's
You got the
that's my
wrong
dad.
number.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. But that's how, yo, honestly, bro, that's how I feel as though with the success. Like, cause I mean, a lot of people don't, and you know what I realized with music too? Everybody not gonna like your music, bro.
Mhm.
And I realized a lot.
No.
Everybody's not gonna like your music, bro. For real. And I'm learning
The
that.
saddest part about that analogy is like you did you see Spotify break down that analogy of everyone's not going to like your music? It
Nah, I
was
know.
amazing. Like Spotify is the best marketing geniuses when it comes to helping indie artists feel good about themselves and to keep on
Mhm.
pushing, right? So
Uh-huh.
they put out a ad where it was like it started off with the guy saying, "Hey man, we don't like your music," and
Mm.
the rapper was like, "Oh man, that's okay." Like that is shit, right? So then he
Uh-huh.
looked at his Spotify for artists. He said, "As you see, only 2% of the people on Spotify like my music." And then he showed his paycheck. You know what I'm saying? He was like, but
Oh.
that doesn't mean anything. I don't need everyone on Spotify to like my music. I just need 2%. Because with
Woo.
2%, I still get paid. So thank you
Oh.
for those 2%. And I
Word.
was like, damn.
Oh
You know what I'm saying?
wow.
That's real shit.
The nigga was like, he was like, but let's go down to a person who's not getting so far as Spotify, 2%.
Mm,
Look at this
mm,
guy. He's doing 1% of other people's playlists. So he
mm,
may not be doing Spotify playlists, but he's doing other people's playlists. And look
mm,
at his paycheck. He's
mm.
still getting paid. So
You're
artists,
right.
keep on pushing and following your dreams. Right?
Yes,
It's
yes,
like
yes.
you don't have to get everybody. You get a
Yo, that's
Mhm.
percentage.
finished. Yo, I
Yeah.
like that, bro. I like that. I
Once you
like
get a
Mhm.
percentage, you in there. You in
Yep.
there. A
yeah.
small percentage, 1% can change your life.
Nah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, because everybody always looking for the bigger picture. Sometimes it's the smallest things, bro. Like that's
I
that.
mean, an artist like Drake only has 10% of the pie. He's doing billions of streams.
Yeah, that's true. Because everybody don't like Drake.
He only got 10%.
Wow.
This world tripping. We gotta look at everything way different, man.
Yeah,
We gotta look
and
at everything
sometimes
way different.
and that's what I'm saying. We go back to the social media thing. Like sometimes we look at things on social media. That's not what it is. Like they could be
Yeah.
making less money. They could be making more money. We don't know because we're
Hmm.
looking at it on the platform. Everything good on the platform. Like shit,
Yeah.
Bruh,
I
social
go put.
media, social media to me is like a playground. It's like social
Yeah.
media is that playground that used to be in high school. I mean, not in high school, in elementary school, and you get
Hmm.
to go outside for recess and shit like that, and you get to choose what you want to be on the swings, the monkey bars, or the slide. Like that's Twitter, Facebook, Twitter, old book, and Instagram. Those
Uh-huh.
those just on the recess, what you choosing to play on when you want to
He
play.
said it
Like
reset
you don't
right.
even have to be yourself. Like you can literally run on one of those websites. Like I'm Superman,
Nah,
yay!
shit,
And
nigga,
everybody's like, "Hey, Superman!" You know what I'm saying? It don't matter,
we super now, man. We jumping off of crates now.
Yeah.
right? You see what
The
I'm
fuck?
saying? Like
Yeah.
that's all we
You
gotta do.
see?
Whatever.
That's crazy.
Listen, look. Hey, all
That
right.
crate
Uh,
challenge. Let's talk about
is that
that.
the craziest challenge that y'all seen so far?
Bro, craziest.
I
Yeah,
mean, that's the
yeah, that's
craziest
the
of all
craziest
time.
and dumbest. Yeah,
But
yeah.
who
The
really
cinnamon
sat there?
challenge
I mean,
still,
it was
the cinnamon challenge
genius.
still the top for me.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and that with that shit that chick stick that glue on her head and that shit got stuck to her
Now
head.
that glue joint was not a challenge.
That was
But listen, that joint made for a perfect TikTok song. My hair, it don't move. My hair, it don't move.
yo,
uh-uh.
But
that's
nah,
funny.
listen.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, young. I'm not gonna try that crate challenge now because I'm old, I'm
Yeah.
clumsy, and I'm
Uh
most importantly high as fuck. But
huh.
if I was still a teen, I would have aced that crate challenge, took the $1,000 and went for a second run at it.
Yeah,
Because I used to do
yeah,
that all the time. I mean, we
I
yeah.
talk
mean,
about
a
that's
dude,
we call
a
that
guy
doing
did
bad
get
shit.
rolled up. Did you see the guy
Oh
that
yeah,
did
I
it while
did.
he
Yeah, I
was
saw
rolling
him
in
too.
jail?
Yeah. Uh huh. I saw you
Listen,
said.
I told everybody that's proof that weed is still the number one key to focus. Cause
Mm.
ain't no man
Mm.
gonna drop, ain't no man trying to drop his weed. And y'all see how he took his time,
Mm.
Yeah,
got his
and
weed prepped,
you
and
see the
walked
female.
slowly
You
down the
saw the
aisle.
you saw the female with the heels on. She did her thing too. She had heels
Uh,
on. She did it.
I ain't even see
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I
You
need
gotta
to
see
look
A
that
that
one.
up.
female
That's
did it with
crazy.
heels on.
With heels on, bro, and she made it. She ain't falling nothing, bro. That's
I ain't gonna lie,
crazy.
y'all. I don't want to see the success stories. I only want to see the people that fall.
Mm.
That's fucked up.
For real, I want to see the Donnie McClurkin ones, the ones that fall and get back up.
Yeah. You see whoever got crates now getting that bread up. They selling them crates for like one something now.
Oh,
Uh-uh.
Yeah, they used
hey,
to be
like it's
free.
crazy because I don't know if 7-Eleven doesn't exist no more back in my hood, but I know that I used to love milk delivery day because
Yeah.
I would run off with so many crates that they would dump off in the back. I mean, I
Yeah.
had so many crates in my house. I think that I was like, we got to a point we saw it in a movie one day and was like, oh, you can put your beds on crates. So we put all our
Word.
beds on crates. All my brothers, we
Uh,
all had our beds on crates. We thought it was the most gangster shit in the world. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like
uh,
nah, we had all the
mm.
crates. So y'all don't even know. I played Mario. You play Mario?
Yeah, hell yeah,
Yeah.
bro, hell
The
yeah. They
first,
got Super
like
Nintendo,
the one
Nintendo.
when he was jumping on the first crates.
Oh yeah, word. That's real
Mm.
shit. And then you get caught up like do 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 do. Yeah, that's my shit right
Jump on that motherfucking flag like an idiot. Hey yeah. So no,
Mm.
since we speaking of Mario jumping on the pole, that was weird.
there. Mm-hmm.
Have y'all heard about Glizzies? Now, our Glizzies banned in Jersey as well because there's a strict Glizzy ban in the DMV area. How about Jersey? Our Glizzies banned.
Nah.
So,
It was a way before people was talking about Glizzy, but it died down. Like yeah, I don't know if it's banned, but I don't hear it no more. I don't hear nobody speak about that no more.
so right now, I believe that the DMV is ahead of the health curve. it was discovered that glizzies take 35 minutes off your life every time you eat one.
Are you
Now,
serious?
when I
Where
when
you
I
heard that
read
from, bro? I
this,
ain't hear that.
Where are you
listen,
getting
listen,
this stuff?
y'all
Word.
know, y'all listen. Let me tell y'all what I do all day, right? I
You
gotta tell y'all what I
want
do all
China
day.
getting your
Uh,
information from?
so, like, I don't get all my information from China. China is just a source. I'm sorry, Young Hum Kim. I didn't mean to give out my source name. I know you told me don't do that, but yes, China is one of my sources. But I am a Google holic. You know what I'm saying? And I have
Google.
like these trending stories that just
Uh-huh.
have to be shared with people because I like saving lives. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a
Mm.
lifesaver. So I got this thing on my alert called life saving alerts. You know,
Mm.
one day there was like some things like one day it told me I should wear boots when I drive on long
Mm.
distance
Mm.
just in case I get into a car accident. My feet don't get messed up. Now I
Mm.
never thought of that. That was
Mm.
genius.
Mm.
And
Mm.
this week it came across the feed. Glizzies are taking 35 minutes off your life every time you consume one. Now
Wow.
Mm.
I said I had to share this with the people because I obviously want all y'all around a little longer, and I
Yeah.
obviously thought about that movie. You remember that movie with Justin Timberlake when he had the timer on how much time he had?
Mm.
What
Nah, I
if
see that.
they? What if it's called Out of Time? You have to
Uh-huh.
watch it
Okay.
on their wrist. They had a timer that told them how much time they had to live
Oh, I saw that shit. I think
left.
I knew what you're talking about. Yeah.
Awesome movie. So in retrospect, every time someone ate a glizzy, they walked into the building with 13 hours left and walked out after eating one glizzy.
Mm.
That's crazy, glizzy.
Yeah, nah.
They
I
don't know
never
how
heard
they
that.
did it. And now I'm here to tell you, they were attached to glizzy. So, dear V, y'all are pioneers and heroes. I want to let y'all know on the air that everyone that's not consuming glizzies, thank you. Because I want you
Yeah.
here longer to keep on
Yeah.
watching me and Jezabel do our thing
Yeah. I
and
Right.
keep
want
on
you just
enjoying
made
our
me
music
want
that JayRell and
one.
me are making.
If you want one,
Jezebel,
we
that's
can say
career suicide.
goodbye.
If you eat a
We can
glizzy,
say
if you eat
goodbye.
a glizzy after what I told you, that's
It
suicide,
depends on,
Jezebel.
but it depends on if it's beef or pork. I like the beef.
Hot dog.
Uh, nah, it don't matter.
Whoa. If Jezebel, if you eat a hot dog after today,
And
then
some French fries. Mm,
let me
mm,
tell you
mm.
how you
You
can
got me
counter it.
hungry now. Fuck.
Let me tell you how you can counter it if you choose to be neglected and eat a hot dog. All my Baltimore people, to let you know I'm cultural inclined. All my Baltimore people, if you're gonna eat a hot dog and you want to counter it, just eat yourself two
Mm.
peanut butter and jellies afterwards, and you'll get an hour back.
Yeah, you
Also,
funny as
if you
hell.
eat a handful of peanuts, you'll get 15 minutes. You can also eat some fruit and you'll get 10 minutes. So, depending on how many fruits you consume, you're adding 10 minutes on. So, also, all you people that's on your deathbed, I don't know if this will work, but based on what this is saying, the doctor tells you that you got a little bit of time. You want to
Hold
start
on. Let me.
scarfing down peanut
I'm
butter
about to
and
say,
jelly
let me stop you.
sandwiches?
I'm about to say, let me stop you. Know, the baby said certain things. He got kicked out. So, man, watch what you say. Watch what you say. The people listening,
That
bro.
Uh-uh.
that's why I started off. That's why I always started off with so far based on what this article is saying here.
Mm.
allegedly, if you, allegedly, if you start to scuff down a bunch of peanuts, and as long as you're not allergic to them, eat your peanut butter and jelly sandwiches real quickly.
Word.
You can start boosting up a lot more minutes. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
shit, bro. Real
Just don't
shit,
eat a
bro.
hot dog. Don't eat a hot dog on your last when they tell you that you're in your last minutes. Don't eat a hot dog because you're gonna
And
you're
then
gonna
now
rush it.
you done created a new challenge now. Eat a glizzy before you about to die.
Listen, first of all, did y'all see the guy that just won the hot dog challenge? Now, on that subject, I won't say anything because I will not get canceled. But I want
Word.
everybody that has time go look up the new hot dog eating competition and look at the guy that won the hot dog competition. And let's just say it was not something that we should see. Now, if y'all watch this show, at this time, you already know what it is and what we do. This is the time we
Mm.
talk about the huff, huff, huff,
Huffington.
huff. Too much huff, had enough, don't want the stuff. Get it out of here because it's not what we looking for. Huffington Post. And I got to
Mm.
tell y'all,
Uh-huh.
this week's Huffington Post, I had a special friend of mine send me a message all the way from the good old country of Colombia.
Mm.
South
Now,
Carolina?
we all, no, Colombia, the country. The good old place where they go out of state and
They,
get a passport and whatnot.
right, yeah.
So you all know the Huffington Post is not just about my stories and my conquests on trees, but also our due diligent followers and avid listeners who like to share their stories with me. And this one comes from a good friend of mine, and let me tell you, she says Columbia Huff is what it is cracked up to be, just like Jamaica Huff. It is
Yes,
all Huff
Jamaica
out the
got her.
country. Now, I don't
Mm.
know what it is, guys. I don't know what it is. But why can't these other countries get it right when it comes to the ganja? And
Right.
or are they just saving and growing this bad ganja for us tourists? Now,
Mm.
if they know that we come from America and we coming
Mhm.
from places where weed is legal, we should be able to take our weed with us to these bad
Right.
weed countries.
That's
We should
true.
be able to save our lungs in these weed infested countries.
That's
I was
true.
so offended when they made me throw away my cigarettes at the airport only to
Mm.
buy cigarettes in the airport.
Yeah,
I thought
that's
to
true.
myself, am I being fucked? Am I being punked right now? So
Right.
now I'm trying to figure out ways to get my weed across the country when I go because everyone is telling me bring your own. When I saw
Mm.
this report from Colombia, I was very shocked. I was very shocked
Mm.
because not only did I think that Colombia may have had good weed, but I
Mhm.
also thought that you guys would at least give a lady good weed.
Yes.
But now that
No.
I'm saying that, it doesn't matter. No one's safe. So if you're
Nah.
in Colombia and you just so happen to, be out of trees, just wait until you get home. I'm
Word. Now,
sorry. The
but you know
trees
what's
is bad.
crazy? But you know what's crazy because they say that about Jamaica. Like when you go to Jamaica,
Jamaica got.
they got good weed. But I've been to Jamaica and they get some of them shit. There's some parts gave me that huff huff. I'm like, what the fuck? I
Listen,
thought
Their good weed is for people that don't really smoke weed
smoke.
on the regular.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like it'll
it,
get you high depending on your
nope,
tolerance,
Mhm.
but it ain't
nope.
nothing that you want to go over there and you're gonna have
Yeah.
to quit for a day to get high off that
When I
shit.
when I was in when I was in Jamaica, I was trying to be like a boss and I didn't want to embarrass myself, right?
Hmm.
So I got a driver, Biggie. Shout out to Biggie. Biggie says, "You look like you need good weed." I said, "Don't worry, I won't get some weed." But I had made sure that I had some good weed with me. I had me some good old Tangy. I saved the Tangy specifically for Jamaica because I had heard all the rumors. And guys, the rumors were true. So when I got there, Biggie was like, "I'll take you to the good weed. I'll take you to the good weed." So we drive around for an hour, and Biggie comes out and he hands me, weed in his hand like by the stalks. I've never seen it before. But the one thing I did know when I looked at the weed in his hand that it was no good. It was black as fuck, right? But I was
Mm-mm.
given the benefit of the doubt. Biggie was being nice. Biggie just brought out all this weed. I started smoking it, and I immediately regretted my decision to trust Biggie to take me to the good weed. So
Mm-mm.
I knew I kind of hurt Biggie's feelings because when I got out of his ride and he went immediately back there to clean up after me, who does that?
Mhm.
He called me, calling me, "Hey, my guy, you forgot your weed. You forgot your weed." I said, "Throw it where it belongs, in the trash. Throw it in the trash where it belongs." You know, I didn't know what the fuck he wanted me to do. What he wanted me to take that shit with me? Look, I felt like I was saving the fucking. I felt like I was saving the What is it when you bringing stuff from different environments and shit, and you messing up the ozone or whatever? I didn't want to mess up the system of cultivation.
System.
I felt like if I brought that shit across any type of lines, I would fuck up all the bud across the world.
Word for real.
Just
That's
like
real.
one little seed get on the boat and start blowing in the wind, and then that shit goes into somebody else's field, and then it gets in there, and then that junk blows in the wind, and I am single-handedly responsible for all the goddamn bush across the world. I couldn't
So,
do
but
it, so I
see,
told him
but
throw that shit in the trash.
but where you at right now, you got that good. You know, Huff Huff out there.
Shit.
Nigga, hell nah. You listen. So we just had that conversation earlier. Did you guys see Gilly the Kid's post about
No.
Atlanta is known for smoking a lot of bullshit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell y'all. Let me confirm this. Let me correct Gilly the Kid because I want people to understand something. Gilly the Kid is a visitor here, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's
Uh-huh.
a nobody and a visitor here. I mean,
A nobody.
Yeah, that's
he
fucked
has a
up.
great podcast. He has a great podcast. But listen,
Uh-huh.
unless you on your podcast and you use that podcast as a platform to let people know you will not tolerate fucking Bush, no
Mm-hmm.
one's gonna know, right? They just if you just on that joint smoking all day long, when you come into town, they're gonna take you to anybody, right? And
Yeah,
if you don't know
yeah,
somebody that knows somebody, that's your fault, right?
yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
Gilly the Kid is a visitor. When I was a visitor, I was finding a lot of bush here. It was crazy. I was actually ready to like just break my lease and just eat bad as shit, like get rid of the house and come back to Maryland, like right. That's how bad the bud was. But then I started talking to locals and I
Mm-hmm.
started looking into their eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
It's like at some point, like I had to really look into people's eyes when I say, "Yo, where the weed at? Where the tree at? Where the gas at?" You know what I'm saying? And like what I learned was when you ask for weed, trees, or
Uh-huh.
gas here in Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
you liable to get some bullshit, right?
Yeah.
You gotta go with terms like za.
Yeah.
Zaza is also acceptable.
Uh-huh.
You can say the good shit.
Yeah.
Okay, if you use these terms,
Right.
you can also say only the best, right?
No, you right,
Also,
bro. You,
a,
yo.
t- a term that I've seen that has gotten me pretty far. What's the most expensive one you have? Now,
Mm.
usually with that, it
I'm dead.
stops them from going down the list because in Atlanta, bro, they will send you a list and it'll be
Uh-huh.
like fire emoji, $60. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fire emoji,
Uh-huh.
$45, and then it'll say another one with no emoji and just the name of the strand, $35. You be like, oh hell nah. Mine ain't no symbol. Where's that emoji? Where's that fucking emoji? You want to call it back? Hey, bro, you forgot the emoji beside the
Emoji.
OG. like, you,
Mhm.
like, I don't know. Is that just because it's not available anymore, or
You,
like, do you
uh,
have any more OG?
swear, I think niggas growing their own shit now, bro. Oh no.
Yeah.
What about your shit out there? Where you at?
Who, me?
Yeah, the weed out there, fire.
Oh shit. I got a few people. So if one person is bad, then I go get my shit from somewhere else. But I did come across some huff, and
Where,
that's what I did wanted to tell him.
where,
I don't really care for OG. Like, I had
OG
some shit
sucks.
called Grease Monkey. You had some
Grease Monkey
Grease Monkey
sucks.
stick?
Yeah,
Yeah,
look
he
at
I
sucks.
was like,
he said grease monkey.
that shit giving me like I want to quit smoking vibes.
I had a
Yeah.
guy
Like,
down here. I had a guy down here tell me he had some Wi-Fi. He had some Zaza. I said, "What you got?" He said, "I got some Wi-Fi OG." I said, "I
hell
said some Wi.
no.
I said some Wi-Fi OG." He said, "Yeah." I said, "That's your Zaza?" He said,
That shit
"Yeah,
is
bro."
horrible
I
too.
said, "Man, that's not no damn Za,
Yeah,
man."
I
I
think
said, "That's
niggas be
regular."
I think niggas be making up names now, bro. Like for real,
Yeah.
bro. Like, cause you know
Now
what's crazy?
you see the nigga complaining about Gary Payton not being a real name. It is definitely a real name.
Yeah, guarantee. That's crazy. I see that.
What is one of the most extreme names you heard that you didn't think was real?
Stream name, bro. Ah, I don't know no stream names. Like I don't know.
Z- Zittles,
Sunset Berry.
Zookies. That's real.
It, it,
Burry.
it, oh,
No, Sunset
there
Berry.
gotta be some Africans.
Sunset Berry sounds made up. Okay, Sunset Berry sounds made up. I heard of Sunday Driver. I've heard of Sunset Sherbert, but
Sunday Driver.
Sunset
And
Berry does sound
all
made up.
these bubble gums, cushes, and like,
Bubblegum Kush is old though. Bubblegum Kush is
yeah,
so old. That's like
shit.
that's like back in um working days.
You
The
heard
best
that's
the best Kush the best Kush is Master Kush to me.
Master Kush.
To me. To me.
I'm looking for some blueberry. I don't need that
Stick
old
the
blue.
bag in your hind parts.
So let me ask you,
Listen,
so you like papers or you like Dutch? What y'all do out there? Switches?
I am a leaf guy, game leaves. Shout out to my endorsements, Swedish Farms, Swedish Farms. Thank you for the game leaves, the 1882s.
All
Also, I
right,
don't care
all
too much
right,
for your
all
White
right.
Owls, but those are cool. Listen, Jezebel, don't do
We
that.
smoke
Don't do
papers
that.
and funnel over here.
Oh, okay,
Nah,
okay,
listen.
okay.
With papers and funnel, give me a sponsorship and send me nice gifts. Then I will maybe give them a shot. But like I sent out. I used to smoke backwoods heavy, right? I
Uh
sent
huh.
backwoods a letter. I said, man, I smoke backwoods every week on the show. I promote you guys everywhere I go. Every show
Hmm.
I'm at, I'm rolling up the pack of backwoods. I'm taking pictures with backwoods. I need
Hmm.
sponsorship. They said, well, thanks for buying up all the backwoods, but we don't do any sponsorships at this time. I said,
Wow.
well, what the hell? Just send a nigga a goddamn banner. That's all I want.
Word.
A banner in the background. Fuck. I said, you know what? So I hit up Game League, Swedish Fams, Garcia Vega, right? I hit them up.
Hmm.
I said, look, man, I sent them the same pitch. I'm always smoking the Game Leagues and there. I'm on the shows and the radio. They said, that is great. We're gonna be sending you coupons and stuff so you won't be paying full price for those Game Leagues anymore. And we'll be sending you some merch and stuff to put on the show and things like that. I haven't never ever put on any other merch, but what I do every week on this show, I show one of them game leaks. I ain't doing it this week because, like, honestly, guys, I'm looking at things differently now. Like, I'm looking at things differently. Like, game leak's been disappointing me lately, and
Yeah.
I might be going
So,
back to 1882, but I will not be doing sheets and funnel. No,
what about
not yet.
Bluntvilles? What about Bluntvilles?
Now, Bluntville's is a classic.
Mm-hmm.
Bluntville take me back to like when I first started smoking, and I always felt like I was cheating them because they told me it was two, and I was getting that extra roll up, and then I was like, "Jokes on them,"
Yeah,
because I
for
got
real.
three.
Yo,
They was like, "Yo, you
that's
know."
what keep me going now, bro.
Yep. Listen, I used to roll up some of the finest blunts. But you know what stopped me from smoking Bluntville's?
What?
I used to take my wife to work every morning, and I used to roll up the three Bluntville's for the ride, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But what I realized was they never made it back because I had a 2 hour trip. Taking her to work and back was a 2 hour trip.
Mm-hmm.
So all three of the damn back Bluntvilles would be gone. Now I would
Uh,
realize that I could smoke three backwoods and they would burn slower.
slow,
And
yeah.
and by the time I get home, I'd be just finishing up that third
Yeah.
backwood. So I
Them,
automatically was like, yeah, these are the guys. These are my friends. They gonna get me through a 2 hour trip, three,
that's
and I'll be
true.
good. So that's
But
how I started with me. Cause
them shit's too harsh though for me, bro. I can't deal with those. That's too harsh, bro.
like it's a skill to it. Like I tell everybody, you gotta re-roll a backwood. The idea
Mm.
everyone tries to roll a backwood, but the idea of a backwood is to re-roll it.
Re-roll
From
it.
when you unravel it, all you're doing is re-raveling it back, and then it makes it.
Mm.
It's not as harsh. It's back to regular.
So
But
so
a lot
so
of
when
people try to
niggas
start folding it and double folding it and
yeah,
folding it over and shit.
so when niggas be
But
washing it, what
also
that mean?
when they be
Washing
washing
it?
it,
Yeah, they be washing the shit. I be like, how the
so
fuck?
honestly, the people that do that are corny. What they need to do is switch to a different one, because what they're
Okay.
Yeah.
saying they don't like the flavor or whatever.
Oh, okay,
Some of them
Or
okay.
get dust from
the
like
dirt. They trying to get the dust
this.
and the but
They
This
it's
get
is
a
dust from
leaf.
the machine.
oh, so
A
leave.
lot
Okay.
of no back. So that's the biggest misconception about backwoods, guys. Backwoods is a paper leaf. It's
Mm,
a paper designed to look like a leaf. Backwoods are made in a factory. Backwoods are
mm,
the only leaves made in a factory. The other leaves,
Mm.
like Garcia Vega 1882s, are actually hand rolled leaves.
leaves.
And they're
Okay.
actually natural leaves. Backwoods are made in a factory in, I think, Virginia or North Carolina, on a
Mhm.
machine that brings them out just like raw sheets, but they just print it up with the texture of leaves.
Mm. So what's the difference
So for
between raw streets and white paper though? One
Well,
darker
raw
than white.
sheets and white paper, because it's either hemp paper or paper,
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
which
hemp
is
give me a headache.
classic. Look, like honestly, I'm a stoner. I'll smoke anything except for a bong that's shaped like a penis because that's gay. So
Yeah, I ain't a big fan of
JayRell.
those either. What's up, bro?
Nah, listen, bro. We went over this white lady house one time, and I say white lady because I want you guys to understand the type of people that I was around at this time. Went over this white lady house, and she specifically had everyone just cooling, smoking in the living room. And
Uh
she
huh.
yells to her daughter. She says, "You guys want to hit the bong?" And everyone's like, "Shit, yeah, pull out the
Yeah.
bong, ma'am." Nobody tell somebody's mom no when she offers you to hit the bong. She yells to her daughter, "Bring out the penis."
Yeah,
Everyone's
what's
like,
up?
"What?
What?
Wait a minute.
What
What?"
the
You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't hitting no penis, ma'am. You
word
know
for
what I'm
real?
saying?
The fuck?
So it's a big joke to her. She brings out the bong and it's really shaped like a penis. So
Wow.
at that point
And
in my
still,
life,
I'm still not hitting that, bro. The hell no,
no,
bro. Don't
listen,
tell me.
I promise you, I promise the world as God is my savior that we nobody hit that damn bong with
Oh
that
wow, I
lady.
was about to
That white
say,
lady
bro.
look OC weird. That old lady look
Yeah.
OC weird and they hitting the penis bong, bro.
Yeah, I
First
wouldn't
time
even
I
want
ever
to hit
seen it, and I pray to God that it's the last time that I ever
word because
see it.
you don't know. She
So
probably could be doing
what you
other
working on,
things.
J Real?
What you mean, like, for like I
What
told
you
you, I'm
got
about to,
dropping soon?
huh? Yeah, I'm
What you
about
got
to try to
dropping
work on
soon?
that. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I got two songs. I'm trying to go to the studio and release. I just finished two songs, basically. So I'm just waiting to go to the studio for that, and just basically, I don't
Lit.
know if I want to do a mixtape or single. I don't know, man. I'm just getting my
Nice.
things together. You feel me? So
Yeah,
yeah.
tell everybody where to
And
find you, how to find that first
Yeah,
mixtape,
man.
all that good stuff.
Yeah, you can go on Instagram. I'm on iTunes. I'm on Spotify. Type in JayRell Dark Roads. You know what I mean? Everybody can find me there. You know what I mean? I'm on Instagram all day, every day. So, just inbox me. Anybody that want to work, anybody want to collab, I'm welcome to everything. So, I'm here. I mean,
Hell yeah, man. Jezabel,
six.
what you
Oh
got going on?
yeah.
What you got
Well,
coming up?
man, this weekend, pretty much I got a show next week, Fridays with RG Black. And then this weekend I
Oh,
am
word.
rebooting. Yeah, this weekend I'm rebooting We Lit Wednesdays. I want to do a special edition, just kind of covering just new music that's been out and stuff like that. So that's all I've been
mhm.
cooking up.
That's what's up,
Let me
man.
tell y'all a funny story about RG Black, and you can ask them this later. But when he was a
Mhm.
kid, he was one of the first. He was one of my first artists that I had to work with.
Mhm.
That I had the pleasure of working with, like when he was younger and shit. I used to mentor and work with a lot of young artists and get them like helping them and get in the music industry and shit. And he's
Mhm.
one of my success stories. You know what I'm saying? Like actually, like he had a lot of records even when he was younger. Like he was really big. Like he used to fill up his own concerts at like 12 years old. You know,
Yeah.
like fill up the venues to the point where his mom
Mm.
built him his own club because he couldn't get into the clubs because he was a kid. So his mom built him his own club that was all ages, and he was in that joint performing for
Fire.
adults,
That's
kids, and
fire.
everything. Like that
That's
nigga
fire.
RG Black is dope. So that's my boy right
Yeah.
there. Y'all already know. If you ain't know, hit that like and subscribe button
Yes,
down
yes,
there
yes, yes.
somewhere.
Give it up,
Jezebel
man.
and JayRell is pointing. Y'all
Yes,
already know.
yes.
This is Boss Biz Radio. This is Rolling with Success Show. We do this each and every Monday. But Boss Biz
Mm.
Radio would like to say y'all tuning in Friday for that Fried Fridays. Make sure y'all
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
lock in with me on Saturday on
Saturdays.
iHeartRadio Hip Hop 95.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, JayRell, thank you so much for
Yeah,
coming
no,
through.
my pleasure, my
Keep it
pleasure.
locked.
Hopefully, I
If
can
you
get back
don't
on
know,
here and holler at y'all.
Yes.
Yeah, no, man, I don't
If
want
you
you to be
actually come
strangers.
yeah,
down
JayRell, you got
here,
any
I
shows
don't
coming
know.
up?
Honestly, I was gonna do the same spot, the Orbit show again. I was thinking about, but nah, not right
Okay.
now. But I would love to take a trip, and I'm always up and ready to go. You know what I mean? So just let me know.
Red?
Yeah,
Okay.
just let me
Say
know.
less.
Yeah, say less. That's
Say
it.
less. So y'all already know what it is at this
At this time, Y'all should be putting out y'all roaches. Y'all already know the drill.
Word.
Put them roaches out.
Word.
Fix, I got you.
No doubt.
Putting out them roaches and get ready to roll another one.
Yes, 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 yes. I gotta get some of my damn self.
Cause I am, and we
And
out.
we out. Bye, y'all.
Gang.
Once I learn how to
Yeah, turn this off. How you do